Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Chris Gorges' son unlocks Solid Snake and Smash Brothers, and it's pretty cool. He throws grenades and shoots rockets, and he does the same punches and kicks as he does in the PlayStation game. It is pretty awesome. And I'm JB Lee.
You and me. So say the stars, it's meant to be.
That's what I'm talking about right
My
now.
heart is for you.
That's what he used to do.
Did he say my name?
Nope.
My soul is too.
Rude.
Might never say your name.
Tiffany Barbee.
It was implied.
Double special back. Happy New Year, everybody. It's been 2 weeks. We've been off. We're back for another show. Exciting show tonight. Hopefully, Bull will be calling in from the Tampa Improv. He's there for the Lewd, Crude, and Tattooed show. Starring Steve Laszlo, Kyle Ruse, and some other tattooed fellers. Yeah. We're going to talk all about what we did for Christmas and New Year's, and you can call in if you'd like to. The phone number is 727-475-6139. It's weird taking 2 weeks off and then coming back. I feel like we haven't done this in months.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird?
It was,
No.
what?
You didn't think
It feels like yesterday to me.
That's because you're always here.
I know. I love
Yeah.
it here. I don't know why you guys just won't let me live here finally.
It's the meat pie. That's
So
what it is. When the
weird.
holidays come and the meat pie comes out, people come and they never leave, and they just expect a steady stream of meat pie
Where would you put Tiffany if you decided to just finally move in with you?
on the roof.
On the roof?
Yeah, get her
Oh.
do like a tarp and put like sticks.
That's
Like
true,
do like
yeah.
a survivor shanty.
She can do like a Shaolin monk thing.
I mean, what do they call those
meditate.
those survivalist lean-tos? What do they call those? Is there a name for that?
Lean to?
You know what I mean? Like
They make out of sticks and leaves?
Well, yeah, but it's like only one. It's like up at a diagonal angle, just one wall that you like kind of crouch up underneath. It's not really.
No.
Lean to.
No.
Is that what it is? It's a lean-to, right?
Yeah, I don't know any other name
No.
for it.
What
I
about
thought you had-
that house you guys were showing me last night? Those little tiny
I'm not gonna put a
houses?
tiny house on my
But
roof.
you got lots of space now outside in this
Oh,
yard.
okay. I think you meant on the roof.
Jordan can live in one too.
I know. I'm not having you guys living in tiny houses in the
You just
backyard.
have to take down the fence
would be
briefly, and then we
weird.
can put it back up.
Crystal, do you know how annoying that would be?
That would be like really. It would be like
Crystal.
baby doll houses in the backyard, and they would each live. Like at the end of the night, they would go to their little tiny houses.
Be like a little hobbit village.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. My yard. I have a
Be the big
6-year-old son
house.
who's destroying my yard as it sits. These two guys would wear tracks from their house up to the back door, and then just wear like paths right into the thing.
Well, because we're going to have to come into your garage to empty the chemical toilets.
Crystal would love it.
I
Crystal
would-
would love it.
Although it would be weird, I would feel like you guys are our servants because we live in the big house and you live in the little tiny house.
Oh,
you,
wow.
you would know because we wouldn't do anything. Like
Yeah.
you would start picking up on the fact that we weren't.
We'd be the worst servants.
It would just be like the dynamics of the whole situation, though.
Jordan wants to come up to the big house and work inside.
We'd be like, they're cooking dinner. Let's go inside. Dinner's ready.
Get a life, both of you. I'm kidding. Lots to talk about. We're also going to talk about the new website I launched over the holidays, gorgeouscomedy.com, to go on the road and do stand-up. I'm trying not to say a lot. I keep doing it. As I'm thinking not to do it, I'm doing it.
Okay.
What are you saying?
I don't know if I should take a breath or there may be a radio trick for that. I have no idea.
You're doing
not that this is radio. Don't everybody freak out if you're listening
Do
to
you
radio.
want me to pinch you every time you
I
go
do
up?
not want you to pinch me every time
We
I
could get
say
the
it.
nipple clamps out.
I
I
will
could
not do
shock
that.
you every time you say it. That'd be pretty good.
All right, we'll do. Maybe next week we'll do that.
We
I'm
could
not,
try that tonight.
I'm not trying that tonight.
We could do it during check-in.
I
I'm
can
in
punch
no
you.
mood to be shocked tonight.
Aw.
No, I'm not. No, look, it's a new year.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It's a new year. I don't want to start the new year out by me being shocked right out of the gate, first person.
It's January 7th, so already it's a little late to say right out of the gate when it's the second weekend.
Was your New Year's resolution to get me shocked in the first week of the
No,
new year?
no,
why are
it
you
just
putting-
came up.
Why are you pushing for it?
Because it sounds like a good idea.
Okay, maybe you should do it. Every time I say you get shocked.
Then what?
Yeah.
How does that train you?
It trains me. I don't want to hurt my friend.
I'm just gonna cringe now every time I have to listen to you talk. It'll make it
know.
very strained
I
on a
thought of
relationship.
something.
Yes.
Yes.
Tiffany.
How about every time we say, the people that are watching the show have to do a shot? It could be like a shot thing.
Why did you look at the screen that way? when you
Because
did
I was
that?
looking at this.
People on 3 continents died of alcohol poisoning tonight.
Right. Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning going, he says, all the time. There it is again. I did it again. See,
I
everybody's
never
getting drunk.
noticed it till you pointed it out.
In the weeks to come, we got some pretty good guests coming on the show. We'll have Kevin Bartini's going to be calling in the show. He's called in a couple of times. He promoted Carlin Way, which he got made and passed, and they did all that. And he's going to call up and tell us about his new stand-up album, right, Crystal? Is that what it is? New
Yes.
stand-up album?
New
Is there a
stand-up
title?
album.
What's the name of it?
Kevin Bartini.
Nice. We'll look
I
it up.
asked him to do like cut a promo and send it. So, but it's with the holidays and stuff, he's probably been busy. But it gets released like that
All right.
day before.
We'll have him on the show, and hopefully in a couple weeks, Jimmy Schubert will come on the show. He was just on Last Comic Standing. He's a funny dude, friend of Angel Wolf, Lou Angel Wolf, who's been on the show. Hung out with him at the Improv a couple weeks ago, and he's funny, dude. But the road looks like it's just beating him into like hamburger meat.
I lost count of how many times you said
Shut up.
I've never even heard you say it.
No,
Like, you
'cause now
cover
he's-
it up
He
nicely.
did it on purpose.
No, he throws them in there. It's really subtle.
What's
it's
wrong
very
with it?
quick. Nothing. It's just a bad tick.
It is a bad tick.
Yeah.
The reason I bring it up is because there's a radio war happening here in local town. Bubba the Love Sponge is back in town, and he's going against Mike Calta, Cowhead. They're two big terrestrial radio guys. But Bubba's like, that's his big gripe with Mike Calta, is that Mike Calta goes, a lot. And I was like, I wonder if I do that. I think I do that. I started listening to Bubba, and he doesn't do that. I don't know how he's I don't know. Calta is just in his personality, I think, to do that. It's a
Do
New York.
I?
Well, it gets you thinking. Well, maybe not when you're on the microphone. I have to talk a lot. I don't think I do it during my stand-up. It's really weird. But now that you're like on the mic, okay, the whole thing's weirding me out right now. I want to talk about it.
Yeah,
You're not feeling a little self-conscious, are you?
Just a tad.
Just a tad?
Just a little bit. I'm
Well,
glad I don't have
Let's
nipples.
check in with Chris Gorges. Check in. Some other bad habits you have include... No,
Well, I'm not going through my bad
I
habits
didn't
with you.
prepare that tonight. No, sorry.
Do you have a check-in?
I
prepared?
do.
Oh,
Check
okay.
in. Check in. Starts out with Florida news.
Always.
Man in Pasco County arrested for drugs while wearing a T-shirt that says, "Seriously, I have drugs."
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Only in Florida.
That's hilarious.
Where do you even get a shirt? Oh, there it is. Who
Yeah.
needs
Who
drugs?
needs drugs? That's smart.
What a
If
moron.
you're selling drugs.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, so he walked into the Kmart up there in Hudson, and when a police deputy walked in, he tried to ditch a bag containing green vegetative substance. First he tried to hand it off to somebody else in line. Then he decided to throw it behind the cash register.
Well, was the cop there because of him, or he just happened to be there?
I think he just happened to be there.
So what a paranoid freak,
Yeah,
dude.
well, it also had meth in it. It was pot and meth, so I think that messes you up a little.
Yeah, but you're in a store. I mean, you can just go through the checkout and leave.
Meth screws you up. I heard like the paranoia gets really hard.
I guess so.
That's why they're all shooting up trailers and stuff up in North Florida. Remember that?
No, I don't. I don't.
Oh.
I don't want to. I don't want to admit that happens in
The
our
dudes
state.
who like destroyed a trailer because they thought they heard somebody outside.
Oh, that. Oh.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Is meth what they did on Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Ooh, I know a lot about it then.
Because of the show?
Yeah.
You don't know anything
It's
about
blue.
meth. It's not blue.
No.
Oh, only that guy's was.
It's a
Oh,
it's a television
and they
show.
put
It's
it on a
fantasy-
tray and then they smash it. And then they're like, oh, here.
Oh, Tiffany binge
know.
watched Breaking Bad. Now she's a meth
I
cook.
am. They will smash your head underneath like an ATM if you don't look out.
Oh my god.
In reality, it's not like science teachers that are all well spoken making science meth. It's hillbillies making stuff in
Yeah.
coffee pots in
Right.
their trailer.
It's not as glamorous
Yeah.
as that.
Yeah,
Oh.
Jesse Pinkman really stayed well
No, but
together.
they had a
for
lab
meth
on that
addict.
show. These guys are doing it. What are you saying? Like on a coil heating stoves. and
Right.
just-
Yeah.
So it's not as glamorous,
crappy
is what
pots
you're saying.
And,
Yeah.
God only knows what empty glass milk jugs that they found.
Where do you find glass milk jugs these days?
I don't even know.
I think you have to buy them specially these days. You
No,
can't just get a milk jug.
No, but you can get like cider. That still comes in a glass, sort of like a big container that you could use. You know what I mean?
Cider.
Apple
Okay.
cider, dude. I'm serious.
Okay.
What? You never saw that in the store? You laugh like that's the fantasy that I'm having. But
Yeah.
they sell apple cider.
It
That's
comes in plastic
glass.
jugs.
Okay. No, it does. It comes in glass, you jackass.
Check in, check in. A man in Lutz, also in Pasco County,
Good God.
oh yeah, facing lewd and lascivious charges after a bizarre incident at a CVS pharmacy.
What? Yeah. Why would it happen at his home or somewhere private?
Yeah, no, well, because he doesn't have enough dog beds, apparently. Jeremiah Philip Patterson took his clothes off in the bathroom of a CVS, then left the bathroom naked and proceeded to rummage through the dog beds.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, we have dog beds in our pharmacies up here. It's a little ridiculous. People, just...
Well, they have everything in CVS. There's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like, but never anything you actually want. Just the one thing you want, they don't have.
Yeah.
Obviously, he went crazy, though. Like, they should have put him into a mental institution as opposed to a jail.
Yeah, surprisingly, this story doesn't say anything about drugs. I mean, so I don't. Who knows what's wrong with it? But he grabbed 3 dog beds, took them back to the bathroom, and then proceeded to roll around in them.
He He just had a mental breakdown. Like something went wrong. Like his girlfriend cheated on him. And he just went crazy. He's
What's the chain of events though that takes you from somebody cheated on you to I'm gonna roll around naked in 3 dog beds in the CVS bathroom?
Maybe he forgot his medication. I don't know. There's definitely something wrong in his brain. He should go to an institution, not the
nobody's
jail.
arguing that fact that
Yeah.
there's something wrong in his brain. But what you're talking about a
Yeah.
catalyst that made him snap. Maybe this is like a normal thing for him. Maybe he just likes the feel of the fabric and he wants to be naked, and somehow being in public around people where he could be seen enhances that for him. I'm just saying that's one other route you could go in an explanation.
Yeah,
other
I
than
know.
his girlfriend
Yeah,
broke
it's
up
a
with him.
healthy sexual fantasy.
Right. Well, yeah, not healthy when you take it public like that. That's a little.
I think after 10 p.m. though, it should be okay.
Ha,
The kids are all in bed.
the store the store charged them with theft because they couldn't sell the dog beds anymore.
Well,
Which I don't understand. I think most dogs would find that much more appealing.
Yeah,
Like,
dogs are naked.
oh, there's been a dead hobo in this. I love it. I love it.
a dead hobo.
Oh yeah.
He's not a hobo, right?
No, but
He is now.
dogs just like the foul smells.
But dogs are naked.
I would
exactly. Yeah.
I would say that if he isn't a hobo, that's the first step in becoming a homo. Jesus, is to No, I didn't mean that.
Wow.
Oh my god.
At least you didn't say
I may have. All right, what's the next one?
Check in. A father in Okeechobee County, Florida.
Why is it all Florida?
You
Called-
look for this on purpose.
I'm just weird news, and this all happened within the last week. All these. Yeah.
I hate this
A
state.
father called police so they could come watch him spank his 12-year-old daughter.
Okay, I heard about this. I
Okay.
did hear about this. That's what really?
I just think it's even more interesting that this is not like a unique situation. It's just the first one we're finding out about.
This happens all the time?
Apparently the sheriff says it's not something we advertise we do, but we do it.
oh,
Come out
so
and
what's wrong
supervise
with him?
corporal punishment.
Yeah. And
That's so
Under
weird, dude.
Sheriff Noel Stevenson has personally observed about a dozen incidents that involve the parents paddling or spanking a child.
So what happens if the parent goes too far? They get arrested?
I don't know.
Yes.
So why is it in the news? He didn't do anything wrong.
You don't find that odd?
It's just
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, why is it in the news if he
Because
didn't get in
sometimes
trouble?
why do you need a police officer there to supervise you disciplining a child?
Well, they just said that's what people do. I don't know why people would do it. Maybe he just wanted to make sure that the girl couldn't exaggerate and get him in trouble later on, that he wanted a witness to make sure he did it right. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm just saying, it's not like I'm going to do it, but I'm just saying that's
to me,
probably why.
no. To me, what that says is, I'm gonna paddle my kid. You better come over and watch me, or I will kill her. I mean, that's make sure I don't kill this person.
Oh, to
or
me
hurt
it
this person.
says, hey, I'm going to paddle my kid, and I also want to mentally scar her as much as possible.
Well, there's that too. Yeah.
So
I do know that.
I'd like an authority figure over here to make it even more scary and imposing and just make it really memorable
Oh my
and
God.
life-altering and terrible.
Yes, Crystal.
Maybe the kid was a smartass and said, I'll call the police if you spank me. And he's like, I'll call them and have them come watch me. Boom, in your face.
What was that?
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I'm
Face.
giving another alternative to what could have happened.
These are all good theories except Tiffany's.
What? Mine, I was just wondering why it's in the paper if it's nothing that allegedly illegal. Why would it make the news? That's all I'm asking.
Who knows? Maybe. Yeah. They may have filed. The news place probably went through like police reports and saw something that was odd and said, you know what, we should talk to these people and see what this whole situation was about. That's probably the way it works. But it is. It's not. I mean, it's newsworthy. I still can't believe people are out there paddling with belts and paddles. And I know that I got into a huge thing on Facebook. And I know that if you're listening to the show and you're a parent, everybody has their opinion of how they should be able to beat their kids. But to me, it's like you're still beating your kid to try to enforce some sort of reason with them. And I know it's hard because I have a kid. And sometimes I want to knock his head right off his body. But you can't do that, obviously. But these people are like, yeah, you can, within reason. And my question is, what is the reason?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better to do things you like threaten them with present Jesus or Santa. I mean,
Look,
And
those things
you-
are all non-scarring. At some point, somebody will mention on the playground and be like, "Oh, well, that sucks," and then that'll be it. Otherwise, you end up with this girl, like you said, who's mentally scarred because there was an officer.
I don't know that she's mentally scarred. I'm just thinking
Wouldn't that mentally scar you?
That would scare that would scar the hell out of me.
That
yeah,
would be
for
weird.
years you'd be like, "Jesus, man."
Yeah.
Well,
My parents called the cops to watch me get beaten.
I'm sure she won't be talking
Yeah.
to them once she turns 18. But
Everyone knows. The police all know I'm so bad I had to get beaten. That is just
At 12, I'm thinking emancipation. What's the earliest you can get emancipated? Because that's what I'd be thinking as a
don't
12-year-old.
know.
Getting the hell out of here.
1867. No, I'm just
I'm not
That's
down with
weird.
the because I grew up with that. I grew up with the spoons and the paddles and all that crap.
The wooden spoons with the circles like cut out in the middle, those hurt so bad.
That's just there's.
Why
no
would you
reason.
have a wooden spoon with a circle cut out in the middle? Is that just for beating, son?
Just to beat
That's the little holes.
your children with. It hurts so
Yeah,
bad.
for stirring. So
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. Maybe it's a German thing.
it's I mean,
don't
it just
know.
seems really useless to have a spoon with a hole in it. Why even make it spoony shaped then? Just make it a
Exactly.
damn spatula with fins or something.
German mothers use it to beat
Yeah.
their children into submission.
Yeah.
That's what we got beat with while she screamed at us.
Gristle,
And
come in
like
here.
the entire neighborhood knew that we were getting beat.
I'm
and
gonna
we
get
were
the
in
spoon with the
trouble.
holes. your mother-in-law, your stepmother cracks me up. She is like old world. I'm afraid of her. Even when she's being nice to
Oh
me,
my
I think
God,
she's
so
mad.
afraid of her.
She just got that tone about her. It's
Maybe
so
we
funny.
should do a double special test to see if this whole thing is just a myth or not.
What's
'cause-
that?
Well, I don't. You always hear like, oh, the paddles at the school have holes in them, so they hurt even more.
I've seen the paddles. I've been hit with paddles with holes. in
I
them.
got
Yeah.
paddled
Does
by
it make
one
it
of
hurt
the
more?
holes.
I'm not. Again, you want to be
What's
spanked?
the test? Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't know.
spanking you, and I'm not
I'm
getting
not getting
spanked.
spanked. No, we
Stop
could
being
wrap each
pervy.
other on the back of the hand with spoons, some with holes and some without.
It's the new year, and already Jordan's like, "Hey, get the nipple clamps out. Nipple clamps. Let's spank each other." You know, hey.
We just didn't want to do a little MythBusters going on.
Myth- Mythbusters.
No, go do that at home.
Well, I've been trying. Check in. Serbian trash cakes. 18,000 cakes have been stolen from a landfill in Serbia and sold back to the stores.
With trash cakes.
Well, yeah, it's a cake that was in the trash.
Oh, okay. I
Ew.
thought you meant like a cake made out of trash. That's what I thought it was.
Nah, it looked like it was like a cherry cheesecake type
Oh
thing.
my God.
Yeah, there was a refrigeration problem at the manufacturer, so they're all sent to the landfill, and then somebody just stole them, and now they are on the black market available. They're warning people away.
That's.
Who are you waving at?
I was worried at Crystal. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
hey, there's a child running around the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah,
No, it's
he's
just-
banging on his chest.
I know. I thought you were like sign language interpreting for me.
No, don't pay attention to me. Pay no
Oh,
attention
okay,
to me.
I didn't know.
continue with your
I never
story.
knew what the sign for Serbian trash cake
That
was.
doesn't surprise me in Serbia. It may be actually happening here in the States, for all I know. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, that
that's
explains
awful.
Dollar General.
Well, yeah.
they just slap a great value label on it and put it in the Walmart.
They
Yeah.
repackage it. There you go. New plastic. Good as new. Yeah. Tiffany, does that make you feel anything?
Yeah, this one was
at all?
more for
Well,
you.
I don't live in Serbia.
But if you ever went to Serbia, would you get cake?
I
That's the
would
question.
be anywhere like in Asia.
This
or,
could
like,
show up-
weird- Like I would like some of the odder countries. I would not even.
Okay, but think about what's at Aldi. Ever shop at an Aldi?
Yeah, no, not really. In England, we had those. They're here too now,
Yes.
but I don't shop there.
Oh, okay. They always have the weird European stuff. You don't know. It could be landfill
Yeah,
stuff.
you're
now.
the one that eats weird stuff. I don't.
Well,
I
yeah.
eat tried and true, like Easy Mac and freaking.
Tried and true.
Like,
Try-
She
Easy
says that
Mac.
like it's a staple of the American diet.
Honestly.
Easy Mac. It's like,
Yeah.
makes me big and strong.
hamburger helper.
That's not good for you, eating cheesy Mac all the time. You know that, right? Or Easy Mac, or whatever the hell you're calling
Yeah,
it.
Today
it-
I had ramen noodles.
That stuff is so weird too, because it's like the white powder in the Easy Mac must be present for cooking. What does the white powder do?
It's the cheese.
No, because you got to add the cheese in after you make the mac.
What?
Yeah.
It what? It thickens the water.
the water. Tiffany, you've got white powder that thickens water.
Yeah, that's not good.
If it gets in your veins, you die.
Yeah,
I
that's
usually.
It's a clotting agent.
Usually, I don't. I actually don't get Easy Mac. I usually get Kraft macaroni
literally
and
is
cheese.
a catalyst.
And I cook it the same way as Easy Mac, and that doesn't usually have the white bits in it.
What other amazing foods do you eat?
Hamburger helper. What else do I eat? Oh, today I had ramen noodles.
Dude, it's all like noodles
Yeah.
that are just
Or I
noodle
eat
dishes
out.
and
Yeah.
pasta.
I
It's
eat out.
cheap pasta with powder sauce.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I eat out usually, and then that's the stuff if I don't feel like going anywhere.
So what do you eat out? Well,
Easy Mac.
that
Polar
sounded
bears?
really gross.
what do you get when you eat out? I don't know. I was working on a joke earlier.
There's no way to make eat out sound good.
Nope.
That's so funny.
You could say dine out.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Well, whatever strikes
Except that way.
whatever
That way.
strikes my fancy.
What is wrong with everybody tonight? Nobody. I'm saying, you can't
Whatever
talk.
Yeah.
strikes my fancy.
See, you say 2 weeks, no difference, but I think there's a big difference. We don't do it every week. We're a little shaky this week, for
I'm
God's
not.
sakes. I
but
know.
I
You
eat
eat off the kids' menu mostly, right? You eat
She
like
does
chicken
Sometimes.
fingers
Yep.
and grilled cheese sandwich.
Sometimes.
Ooh, fish sticks.
Yeah.
No,
Tater tots,
not fish
yay.
Ooh, I do love
See?
tater tots, but that's not usually at restaurants. That's usually Crystal, and now my mom's onto it.
Wow. My
Again.
mom's on to it. You know, they've had tater tots in the frozen food section
Well,
for years.
She used to
It's
give
not
them
like
to me
a
when
new
I was
thing.
a kid, but then she saw that I love them again with Crystal, and
What
now
did you
she
think-
stocks them up.
Did you think like beachside little greasy spoons were the only places you could get tater tots?
I really like fries.
She don't.
She
She won't
not-
answer
yeah,
the
she,
question.
I know.
She
It's
will
so
not answer the
infuriating. You ask her a question and she just responds with a non sequitur statement.
Oh,
that's a-
Finley
that's
says-
really-
In the cute voice. She does it too.
Oh,
I
man.
like fries.
Finley has tater tots, though. Finley's.
That still has. That's another.
If we took you out to an upmarket casual dining experience restaurant,
Right?
i.e. Chili's. God, I hate
Chili's.
yeah.
Come on, man.
Like a Ruth Chris or something.
That's a little. That's getting close to high.
Well, what's in the middle between those two?
I'm
trying to
like
think.
an Outback, probably.
You know
I
what
don't
I
know.
had the
Outback.
other day when I went
Yeah,
out to
Outback's
eat?
too easy. I have a steak.
I went to a fancy
I know.
restaurant the other day,
A fancy
and
restaurant.
I had
What fancy restaurant?
I don't know what it was called. It was in
How do you know
it was
it
in
was fancy?
Jacksonville. I don't know.
Did they give you a warm towel before dinner started?
No, it was just fancy-ish.
Okay, well, it's not fancy.
Okay, it wasn't Chili's. It was higher than Chili's. It was higher than Olive Garden. But anyway, so we
Higher
had
than
Behind Olive Garden. There's a lot that's higher
We
than Olive
had-
Why
Garden.
don't you just say McDonald's?
Yeah.
meatloaf.
Marco's Pizza.
I had meatloaf and broccoli and mashed potatoes, and then also like
the
some kind of
highfalutin
like
place, you had
chicken
meatloaf?
salad.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, I was really excited about it.
to the 5-star restaurant, had meatloaf.
Yeah, it was really good.
wasn't like regular meatloaf, no.
It came on a blue plate.
Oh, your meat pie was really good.
Look, that's some homemade stuff, and that is over. It's done until next year. You guys are not screwing with my tradition.
There was
Let's-
some in there. Did you get it?
That's okay.
No, he hit it because it's all for Crystal. You
No,
can't have any.
we're gonna. You're listening to Double Special. The phone number is 727-475-6139. In a little bit, we should be hearing from Bull. He's supposed to call him, but if not, I'll go ahead and plug his show. He'll be at Snappers this weekend headlining. He's very funny, does really clean comedy, but really, really solid, funny stuff. Known him for years. Go check him out. That's at snapperscomedyclub.com.
I had one
Snappers
more.
Comedy Grill.
He's really promoting that show.
No, he's excited about it, and
he's
he's.
just featuring
Oh, is he featuring?
at the Snappers.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Go
Michael
see him.
Mack
He's
is
fun.
headlining.
Oh, that's right, Michael Mack. Go see Michael Mack as well. He's got the crazy closer. I like Mike. What can you say about his show?
There's one more just for Tiffany.
Oh, for God's sake!
An Oregon company is unveiling ketchup and fries plants.
I don't like ketchup.
Oh, God damn it. I hate you so much.
Wait. It's a plant made out of a hybrid of tomato and potato
That's
plants.
right. It grows tomatoes on the top side and potatoes on the bottom.
Okay, but what? Oh,
That would
God.
ruin
No, that
fries.
sounds awful. First
Yeah.
of all, because tomatoes like a completely different consistency, and also
What do you mean?
potatoes don't taste like fries. They taste
Yeah.
like potatoes. It's
No,
only
but
when you cook them they taste.
Okay,
like,
but tomatoes don't taste like ketchup either until you cook them into ketchup.
that's right.
I
You
don't
But
are
this
right.
is one plant that can make
What?
both dishes.
I don't like it.
All you need is a little vinegar and salt and hot oil.
That scares me.
I don't like ketchup.
They're calling it the Tom-tato.
Mm-mm.
Thin-skinned white potatoes attached to a vine of red cherry tomatoes. Okay, so they're not. So they grow separate fruit on the same stalk or
Same plant, yeah, because they're related
Okay.
plants, actually.
I thought it was like half potato, half
Oh,
tomato.
God,
like
no,
ha-
what the hell would that be?
I don't know, some weird island
Ooh,
of Dr. Moreau
Can you
vegetable.
imagine biting into a juicy potato? I mean, ugh.
That's what I thought of. I thought,
Ugh.
oh, that's awful. Because right where the tomato meets the potato, it's all mushy and red and pink. You know, like it changes the consistency.
I guess it'd be like pre-mashed potato, though. It could be good.
Oh, that would be awful.
I mean, if you...
Is it safe? Is this a genetically modified food?
I think it's just grafted. I don't know.
Grafted?
Yeah.
What do you mean grafted? Like some sort of a lab experiment they did?
They
Or they
graft
actually
it.
grown
They
it?
graft plants. It's like skin grafts.
And
They mush them together and they grow together.
I don't know what to say about that, dude. It's kind of a downer. Tiffany?
I don't like ketchup.
What?
Yeah.
You don't have an opinion just because you don't like ketchup at all?
Yeah, I don't ever want it to exist.
See how I
What
heard-
if it
wait,
ruins
let me-
French fries forever?
Let me give you an example.
How
all
would
right?
it do that?
You know, I just gave you 3 examples of how this might be interesting things to talk about. Is it modified genetically? How is the plant actually? None of this. You went, I don't like ketchup. Moving
yeah,
on.
I don't like ketchup. I don't want it to exist. Because what if
This is
they're
not a
like,
good
you
meeting.
know what? We don't want to have fries anymore because everyone loves ketchup on fries. So we're going to make it like this. And what if I never get good fries anymore because they want to put ketchup tasting in my fries and then I can't like fries anymore?
I swear to God.
See, but here's the thing.
Some people...
That'll never happen based on what that plan is, because you didn't listen to what the plan is.
I did.
What is it?
It's ketchup.
It's not ketchup.
See-
It's not a ketchup plant.
Some people see the world in black and white only. Tiffany's monochromatic. There's only one color in the world, and the color is Tiffany.
And it definitely ain't ketchup.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's okay. That's fine.
I
All
don't
right.
like ketchup.
All right. Let's. Is that it? Or are you
Yeah,
done with the
that's
check-in?
it. I
That
don't
was
even
the
wanna
first
wait.
one of the new year. It wasn't bad. You're not giving out points anymore. That's disappointing. I'd like to know if I
I
won.
know.
You
or
guys
not.
got all upset, and I couldn't keep track of the
I was
points.
never really upset.
If somebody
I
was keeping
was.
score,
You're upset because you.
I
like,
never get upset.
Chris wins check-in.
All
200 points, and the points are cumulative this year.
That's right. January 14th on the show, we'll have Dave Weingarten, have him in. I want to talk about him real quick. Dave Weingarten, one of the founding members of Cigar City Comedy. It's a sort of a comedy collective in Tampa, a bunch of fine comedians in that group who we were sort of like sequestered from because we don't hang out in the same circles. Recently, we went on Dave's podcast. Tiffany came with me, right? And we did the Frightened Deer podcast. You can check that out on iTunes.
Yeah, I wasn't invited.
Well, because you don't do stand-up
One of
comedy
several things I've been
or
cut out of
martial
lately.
arts. Well, that's because
It
Yeah.
did cause a little bit of a rift because Jordan feels like he's
did.
being left out. But here's the thing. When somebody invites you on their thing, you can't just, like she said, and it was perfect, you can't just invite all your friends and all that.
I'm sorry. The
wasn't a-
co-host of Double Special, but no, I'm just a friend now.
But it wasn't. It
Hey, we
wasn't.
got this other guy who hangs
wasn't
out with us and
about
helps
Double
out on the
Special.
show.
Tell him how it happened, first of all.
okay. So
I'm doing a gig.
yeah.
Dave approaches me and says to me, I'd like for you to be on the podcast,
Yeah.
right? Then I'm wandering around doing my thing.
And then I was like, oh, I
You do
didn't
a
know
pod-
that you do martial arts.
The podcast is stand-up and mixed martial arts.
And I was like, oh, I'm a 5th degree black belt. He's like, oh, I don't do martial arts. I'm just a fan of it. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, you should be on the podcast too with Chris since you know about martial arts. And that's what happens. And I
Now-
was like, we
Now,
have
if
a
this
friend
was a
named-
one-time thing, that would be fine. But it seems like it's becoming a pattern lately.
What?
okay,
What pattern?
Well, this
Go
stuff
on.
I'm not even allowed to talk about, am I?
I'll talk about
no,
it.
not really. Not that stuff. What? What stuff? What are you
The
talking
bone.
about? No, we could.
Yeah. So
well, I don't really wanna talk about
anyway,
it. Oh my
Chris
God.
said not to talk about it. Don't
Alright,
break the rules.
fine.
All right, so tentatively, look, we have a show set up. We're doing a show at the Tampa Improv in February, and the date is supposed to be the 18th. We're hoping that's going to be a solid date for us. And Tiffany has a
Right.
favor she called in to a
Okay.
friend.
Yes, I am friends with Johnny Bell,
Right.
and he has a show on The Bone.
As
So-
well as a podcast.
Yeah, so all of a sudden it popped into my head. I was like, "Oh my gosh, we should promote our improv show, our stand-up show that we're doing
Oh,
at the Tampa
improv show.
Improv.
Okay.
At the Improv is what I meant. That's why I changed the
Uh-huh.
wording.
Uh-huh.
On The Bone, because that will get a lot of people to come in because it's a Tampa Bay radio station. And so I messaged him, and he said that Chris and I can come on. And I'm
Uh-huh.
not going to ask for Jordan. First of all, it's like I would just say Chris go do it, but since Johnny Bell's my friend and contact,
Yeah,
and
I don't
I'm
really
the
know him.
reason,
I've
I'm the
met him.
reason that we're going to be on it. So that's the only reason why I'm going. Otherwise, it would be all about Chris. But because
Because you're going to promote the show.
Are you friends
and
with
what's
Johnny
what's
Bell?
what's the title of the show?
Double special. Show.
Oh, and who's
Double
on the
Special
Double
Live.
Special show?
You are,
Yeah.
as well as us.
I'm just saying, like, oh, hey, I got 3 people who I doing a show with, and we'd like to come in and promote it.
Well, hold on, stop. Let me just say this, Jordan. It's much easier to get one person on,
Yeah.
maybe 2, than 3. Once you go to 3, you've pushed into a whole different realm where now you're impeding on. You say that, dude, but you know how you are when we have people in the studio with your space. I can imagine it's much worse in there
Yeah.
where they're sharing stuff with other people.
If you had a
It's just not that
contact
simple, dude.
and you got you and Chris on it, I would understand. Like
No, you
I
wouldn't.
was really
Don't be such
I
a
was
pussy.
really
Are you kidding me right now?
excited
I'm not-
about the fact that we got a great way to promote our show and get butts in the seat so we can get more
you
people.
get to go on, and I don't get to come.
And then Jordan totally pooped on the parade. He pooped right in the middle of the parade. I was like, look what this great thing that I've done.
It doesn't even sound that bad when she says it.
Yeah.
It didn't sound really bad. I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of cute,
Like,
nice.
I was really like all happy. I'm like, the guys are gonna be so happy. We're gonna fill up the room. Hopefully,
That's
what
a
a
good
great
point.
favor
All right, hold on.
I've
Take
done.
a breath. All right, easy, Tiger.
Uh-huh.
Let me just say this. She brings up a good point. You should be happy that we're doing it, but we can't impose. If you impose, that's when
Can't.
people go, you know what? Never mind. We're okay. It's just edgy
Yeah,
ground.
no,
It has
I
nothing
just
to do.
know that you guys won't fight for me. That's
It's
fine.
not-
No, you guys don't have my back. That's
All right,
cool. I understand.
fighting. Shut up for a second. Fighting.
No, it's
and-
awesome.
Shut up for a second.
Oh.
Fighting and losing a chance to go on
Yeah.
doesn't get anybody anything. Just for your ego. all
Gets you
right?
honor.
Honor. Honor for what are we? Highlanders? Give me a
Proves
break,
you're a good
dude.
person.
Give me a break.
Highlanders.
Yeah.
I don't know. You go, oh, there
No.
can be only one. What the hell?
Like I'm not gonna like. I was kind of like, ooh, can me and Chris come? Like I didn't even think he was gonna
Braveheart
let
over
us.
here.
To be honest, I was like, it's okay if you can't. But like I wasn't even sure. And then he was like, absolutely. I'm like, cool. But like I wasn't sure what I could do. Like
Yeah.
even if he would let
Dude,
us.
people ask to be on a show all the time. When I emailed him to be on the show, he didn't even answer me.
Yep.
So that's She's the contact. I have no control over it. And then you got me like, you guys. It wasn't a gang-up thing. She did the right thing professionally not to push it and go, hey, can I bring my posse with me?
Yeah, I felt like
can't
I
always
was
do it.
helping you by now we'll probably get more shows at the Tampa
Yeah,
Improv
how
because
about-
we're filling up the seats.
How about thanks? We have a show at the
I
Tampa
know.
Improv. Awesome. I'm excited.
Okay, how about, hey, thanks for making me feel like the less important member
Oh,
of Double
Okay,
Special.
wait.
You've
Like
never
I don't
been-
contribute anything.
Who?
You've never been
Like
that.
I'm not worth being there. Oh, we got it. Like this is one of our supporting players.
Holy
Okay,
crap.
Yeah,
wait.
okay.
This
Who,
is not a good New
who
Year's
got
start.
us the gig at the Improv? Boom. Who got us the show on 102.5? Boom.
Oh, damn, dude. Shit.
Wow. Who did the poster? Who's done lots
yeah,
of work?
you
Who
did it
created the
this week.
show?
You did it
I
yesterday.
did.
Yeah.
No, it was a co-creation, bro.
Yeah, okay, but what is that?
I'm
You're going
just
to say
saying-
you?
I'm
if
just
I had
saying
said-
you're making me feel like I'm not a vital part of it.
You are. If
well,
you
I
weren't-
don't feel like it because of
All
you.
right, stop.
Do you need a therapist?
First of all,
Wow.
stop. Yeah,
You're not-
yes, he does need a therapist. Damn
Holy
it.
crap.
Let me just say this, Jordan. I couldn't do the show if you weren't sitting there.
Yeah.
There's nobody else that I can find.
No, you can. You can go right on Johnny Bell's show. You guys are gonna be great. You're gonna love it.
Shut up for a
I
second.
hope you tank so
Oh
hard. I hope
my
you both fall flat
This
on your
is helping
face.
all of
How
us.
am I going to fall flat on my face talking about
You
a show?
could
that
trip
we're
over
doing?
your shoelace.
What am I going to start talking?
I meant literally fall flat on your
It's not
face.
going to happen. If anybody would do that, it would be you.
I just tried to move my curse on.
He
Whatever.
got you on the show
talking-
at the Improv, didn't he?
Forget about all that. I could not do double special if you left the show. And there may be a chance that you may be doing that depending on your situation in Florida. I wouldn't, the show would stop. I can't find somebody to do what you do and have the gel that we have because of our time together. It just wouldn't happen.
It would be a
So
whole different
forget
thing.
all the rest of it. All the rest of it
Tiffany
is
would
fluff,
force
dude.
you to
What do
continue
you
it so
think?
she has
Listen,
excuses to keep hanging out.
What do you think? You think you're going to go on Johnny Bell's show and be able to ramble on and on and on? We'll be lucky if we say 8 words while we're on that show.
I
just wanna
don't
tell you.
ramble on and on, but I can throw in a few zingers.
No,
I
you're-
do that really well. I throw in
God.
those bingers.
Yeah, you joke, sir.
He
Yes,
would
you
Yeah.
embarrass us.
I'm quick-witted.
I'm quick-witted too.
I've got the snappy comebacks.
But 3 people trying to be quick-witted is a little.
no, me being quick-witted and then you like being friendly and Tiffany being cute.
So
That's
what
the
do you-
whole dynamic.
Well, yeah, but it's not the double special show going on his show. We're just going
Wait,
to
what did he
promote.
say? Him being quick-witted, you being cute, me being what?
The
I don't know.
gregarious one.
Gregarious. What the
No,
hell is
friendly.
that? Who,
He
am I, Mary
called you
Poppins?
friendly.
Friendly?
Well, yeah, then I modified it to gregarious, which means friendly and talkative.
I'm just saying, maybe if we do well, we'll have the whole group back when we do another show, but
Yeah, once we get in, if we
get
get,
your
in,
foot in the
and
door
he, and
first.
he,
dude.
yeah,
Don't be so
yeah,
obnoxious about it.
we're working you in.
Mm-hmm.
This is like cool kids going to a party. We're like going to a party, and
Yeah, and-
we're like, we'll get you in eventually.
I wish you wouldn't have said that because that's only
Yeah.
going to make it worse, too. That's
That
not
really,
helping
yeah,
at
that
all.
was a very good metaphor.
We'll get
Thank you for
in
bringing that up.
eventually.
I'll keep that one in the bank.
We're gonna get into the club.
You're
and
a
then
horrible
we'll get
person.
You in eventually.
That's a
We'll
horrible
work
thing to
you
say.
in.
Yeah, thanks.
Let
Oh,
us-
how about I just go and you stay home? Because if you're going to say stuff like that on the radio, then yeah.
Johnny Bell loves.
Well, that's the thing. You know him. I don't really know him. You have a relationship. You used to hang out with those guys when they were doing comedy. So I get it. I don't know those guys. That's why, listen, even the Frightened Deer, I think more of that was about because Tiffany was there. I think if I showed up at the show and you weren't with me, that wouldn't have happened. He wouldn't have asked me on the show. I don't know. I may be wrong. We'll ask him next week. But I think that you're kind of a buffer between me and the young kids.
I felt like we did a good job on his show without Jordan.
It was fun. No, we did good.
Wow.
Dude, and then they brought out a beer bong, and we went in the hot tub. It was awesome. It was so awesome.
But we'll get you in eventually.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
In
we-
that cigar
yeah,
cabinet.
next rush week we'll get you in.
We promise.
So check out the podcast. It was
Mm-hmm.
fun. Frightened Deer was on like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and that's on either on Spreaker and iTunes. Check it
It
out.
was a great episode.
It was
And
a lot of fun.
Brad, Gav, all those listeners out there, maybe not Travis, but I'm available. You know, if somebody wants a second on their podcast,
What are you gonna go to Scotland? You're gonna drive to England and do a
we can
podcast once a week?
Skype it. You can do Skype.
It's not that it doesn't work the same.
Crystal
Yeah.
was on Brad's thing, and you didn't see all of us get upset, did you? Why
That was
don't you
Crystal,
stop being
though.
a baby?
Yeah.
So
See?
we're in the new year. All
Be
right.
secure
Yeah.
about yourself. We like you. You're cool.
I remember
Stop
when we
it.
were
All
friends.
right. Well, let me. We'll segue into
Remember
we'll segue into the next thing that I was going to talk about. The
I
reason
do.
that all this is happening, Jordan, is because the podcast, as we're at the webcast, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
we're doing okay, and people are kind of taking notice. A few here and there.
We went up over 500 on our Facebook likes.
That's good. It's good.
That's a milestone.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
according to
Crystal's
Facebook.
killing it.
After the first of the year, I have a medical job that I've been doing. I got laid off from this job. I don't really talk about stuff like that on Facebook. I'll talk about it on the show. But now I'm sort of in between medical jobs. Now, yeah, I could get another medical job, but I'm at a point now where I think that I want to focus a little bit more on stand-up and let stand-up be the vehicle and maybe make a little bit of money with that. Maybe see if I can make a decent living. And I'm not looking to get famous. I'm not looking to go to L.A. or New York or anything like that. I'm just looking to do some good stand-up. Tiffany's helped me tremendously. We launched the website. It is gorgeouscomedy.com. It's a thing of beauty to behold.
It really is. You
I'm
have
kidding.
to go look.
Look,
It's pretty.
It's a nice website. You can get everything you need on there. If you want to book me, you can book me. And I'm ready to do stand-up, and I'm ready to take Tiffany with me. We have a show at Finley. She'll be featuring for me. She's going to be featuring at the Improv. She's got good stand-up stuff. I think she's got some potential to be a good stand-up, good female. There's not a lot of good female stand-ups out there. There really aren't. I don't mean that locally that there's not good stand-ups. I just mean nationally. There's not a lot of girls that really stand out. There's some good girls here locally.
Yeah,
and
Chelsea
Joan Rivers
Peretti.
just died, so
No,
there's
like
an
local
opening.
girls,
You're going to take Joan Rivers' spot now.
Well,
I'll
no,
take Joan Rivers.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
local girls. Trish Keating, I think, is very funny. Catherine Maloney, I think, is very funny. There's some other girls that are have their own thing going on and are very funny, but you just don't see a lot of national girls.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Like, there's a,
Chelsea Handler, Sarah Silverman.
I don't think Chelsea Handler's all that funny. I don't
She's
know.
famous, though. I mean,
Yeah,
she's
but
a big
famous
name.
doesn't mean funny. What does that mean? She's got exposure.
She
and
blew the
Oh,
right
okay.
people.
I didn't think Russell
Wow.
Brand was that funny. He got famous for a while. I don't know if he's still famous. I didn't think he was
I
all
think
that funny.
he is.
Eh.
Isn't he married to that Katie girl? Katy Perry?
I don't know. He's turning into like a left-wing revolutionary.
Yeah, he is. It's kind of weird. Which
Baby,
only
you're a
kind of,
Yeah, whatever.
makes me feel good about my decision. Anyway, so we got the website up. I'm going to be going on the road doing more shows with Tiffany this next year. And that's why, Jordan, that's what we're doing. I don't think the podcast on its own is going to make us money. I think if we attach a stand-up presence nationally or even regionally with it, we might be able to move this forward and get people to recognize it and sell some ad revenue
that's cool.
stuff.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
trying
cool.
to.
No, it's like I said, I don't feel as much as a vital part of it as.
But you are, dude, because
Oh.
without you, this show doesn't exist. Then it's just stand-up.
Okay.
Right.
but-
The more we say double special, just like the more you say
Right.
Coca-Cola, the popular it gets. So, like, if we named our stand-up show something completely different, then that's giving that brand. Like, I'd rather just always say double special, double special, double special, and then people will be like, finally, like, oh, they have a podcast too. That's sweet.
Right.
Oh, this Jordan guy's
And when-
awesome.
and when I went to the Improv, I didn't have an idea for a show, really. We had an idea for a double special show that we were going to do, but I was just trying to get a stand-up night there. So I took the opportunity to bring all three of us to the show and do a show together.
Yeah, okay. I'm not saying you guys
You
didn't
are
do
vital.
anything bad. I'm just saying you cut me out of a nice part of it. Something that was exciting. Something that
didn't-
would be nice to do. Something
know,
fun.
We didn't cut
Something
you out
I
of
would
it.
really look forward to. But
you-
no, only the cool kids get to
you-
go.
No,
That's
you,
cool.
You, what
You
That's fine.
really worded it wrong when you presented it to him.
are you talking
Like,
about?
I felt like when you presented it to him, you're like, oh my gosh, we're going to be on the bone. And then Jordan was like, leprechaun. And you're like, oh, but you're not. Like, you
Yeah,
presented
that was
it
pretty
like,
cool.
I didn't
like,
say
you
that.
should
He
have been
said
like,
all of us, and I said, no, it's going to be
You
Tiffany.
should have
I
been
didn't
like,
say, oh, you're
Jordan,
not. See
I
how her
have
mean
good
girl brain
news,
made that sound?
and I have bad news. Good news is we're going to be on the bone. But bad news is you're not. Like, I
That's-
don't know.
I
I
didn't
feel like
say
a
that.
wording could have been different. No,
you know
I'm
what?
just saying
You're
that
the
would have
last
been better.
person in the world to tell me about
I'm
wording.
really
okay?
bad.
Yeah.
I really
Well,
am.
then just stop. Because I don't
mean,
even hear that.
It's
from
not even like, oh, you could come along, though. Maybe we'll get you. No, none of that. No, you're not even invited, basically.
That
That's
would
why
be
you went
weird. You're
down.
going to wait in the
It's
car?
basically, oh, wow.
I don't listen again. We don't know what the situation is there. And we told you this. We'll check with Johnny Bell and see if it's okay for you to come along. I don't know whether that will ruin
Why
our
don't you
chances
be a
to get on
man
the
and
air.
just assume that the situation is that you're important and you can bring a bit of an entourage?
No.
That's
I
obnoxious,
don't think we're
dude.
ready for
Oh.
that.
What am I? What am I? A WWF wrestler? What are you talking about, dude? Why would I bring an
The
entourage?
bone is a pretty high level situation. Like, it's not like we're just going to like 94 point. I don't know. Like you know.
Or another person's house at a webcast. No,
This
it's a
is-
radio
this is
station.
the
They have security.
bone,
They have to
yeah.
buzz you in.
Like-
It's not. Yeah, you have to wait in a green room till you don't get to hang out in
This
the
is a big
studio while they're doing their
deal.
show.
This is a big deal.
It's fairly big. It's good for the show and it'll be great for the double.
I would
special.
know. I'm not allowed.
Holy Christ!
Maybe
All right.
one day, but not
I'm
with
over-
that bad attitude.
We do have good news in Florida. Before I get to that, I just want to say that's the whole thing. I wish you wouldn't take it so personally. I'm trying to get things rolling this year, trying to get the show
All right,
going. We'll
well,
get there. We'll
wish
get there,
not
dude.
granted.
All right. Well,
I will
I
continue to
was
take
so
it personally.
excited about
Then
that
you've
news.
made a choice.
I
I'm
called
just
you.
making myself known.
all right, but you heard me, so you heard the words, right?
What?
You still made that choice. That's on you.
She's
now.
making it really personal.
How? I was excited that I helped all of us.
I never had this problem before because he used to hate stand-up. Now he wants to hang out with the stand-ups. I'm
Right,
like, I
you
don't
don't
care.
even
I
have
want to go
jokes.
promote the show that I'm going to be a part of.
I don't know
You
that
I
you
want to
can-
be on the radio. I want to tell people I was on the radio.
You're on it right now. Good job.
I'm not on a radio.
Why don't you go call one of your radio
If
friends?
anything, I
and
should
then
be
you
there
and Chris
because
could
I've
be-
had more terrestrial radio experience than you've ever had.
Fine, you go.
Holy
Why don't
crap.
you
We
call
won't get
Johnny
in-
Bell and you ask him, why don't you message Johnny Bell tonight and be like, can I go
I
on
will.
your show? And see what he says. He'll be like, who is this?
I'm sorry, dude. It's almost like we're all going to like Disney World and he can't go, and he's like, "Nah." He's like, "I want to go." Well, you can't go this time, but I want to go. And if Johnny Bell heard this, he'd be like, "None of them are
It's
coming on.
my
I don't want any of those
contact.
people in here."
That's
Fine.
the only thing. It's my contact. If you were friends with him and you and Chris went, then fine.
All right, enough. Moving on. In Florida,
It's 9/11. Let's move on.
Jesus Christ, it is 9/11.
Yeah. Creepy.
We do have good news in
Is
Florida,
it?
though. Jordan is excited about this. I'm pretty excited about it. In Florida, gay marriage now is it legal? Can gays get married? What is it now? If you get married in another state, you can get divorced here? I have no idea what's going on. What is the ruling?
Oh, I don't follow it all the way down the rabbit
Dude,
hole.
you're the one that
I
brought
just
it
know
up at the
gays can
meeting.
get married. I thought you were looking into it. You were the one who wrote it on there first.
Are you kidding me right now?
A little.
Dude, at the meeting, the first thing out of your mouth, first thing, we're talking about that gay marriage, I'm like, oh, yeah, right, okay. I figured you were on it. Pull up a damn story right now.
Are
Pull
you
up a
gonna-
goddamn story.
I don't know the whole
Are
divorce
you
side
going to
of
get
it.
married now?
No. Jesus. Why would you,
I have a good news story, I think.
Open up another tab and type in Florida gay marriage
Can I
and
say
see what
mine
story comes up.
while
Yes.
he does- okay.
What story?
Did you know that they opened up a time capsule that Samuel Adams and Paul Revere made?
Okay. Who's they?
Yeah.
A museum. And you can look at it at the museum. And it has like a metal plate in it and some money.
Ooh, a metal
Like
plate. Well, that's
coins?
exciting.
Yeah. Wow. And
And-
coins.
And it has some newspaper.
Newspapers up in there.
Whoa.
But like from then.
Do you know that they opened
From
it once
then.
already, like 100 years ago? So this is the second time we've
Yeah.
opened it. It's kind of
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
its charm
They
then,
put
hasn't
it.
it?
They put it in a nice thing. But now
It's like
we're.
having sex with a mummy, basically. You know?
But 100 years.
Somebody
is a
did
long
that
time.
before, way before you. But it doesn't make it good now.
She's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they open it up every.
Isn't it
periodically.
cool though?
Eh.
I like
No,
that.
it's a
I wish
time
I had
capsule.
a coin.
It'd be cool if you
Yeah.
didn't know it was already in there. Don't they already? They already knew. It
Yeah,
was
they
in
already
There.
they
I didn't
X-rayed it.
know.
They knew it was in there before they opened it. They had the X-rays and
Yeah.
they said, "Oh, it's got coins and newspapers, and we
But
can read part of a letter."
I
They
wasn't.
could read the damn letters without opening. Why even open it then? You're already done.
But I wasn't alive when they did that.
That
don't
was 6
even-
weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't even.
Doesn't
You were
matter.
alive
But
then.
now I know now. I know now.
Well, good for
I was
you.
excited. It was good news for me today.
All the news, and that's what she gleans out of all
I
the
know.
news that's
A
happening.
time capsule.
I know. I love time capsules.
And
We should
Harry
make a
Potter
time
ones.
capsule.
All right, back to the gay marriage. So
God, you're like an annoying 12-year-old nerd boy with glasses. Just like, do you know they opened a time capsule today? Do you know what was in it? There was a coin from 1776, and the silver percentage was 97.3.
Yeah.
It was French silver.
So you're like, ooh, look at this gay marriage. Now I can get married.
this is important in the state we're talking
Listen, her
about.
throwing these homophobe insults out for no reason. I'm attacking you personally, and you have to go like that.
I'm attacking
I'm
you
attacking you for what you
personally.
did, and you're just making aspersions. It's not even an aspersion. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like it's a lie, basically.
It's a lot.
We're
Yeah.
having a radio war right now.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Please tell me what it is. Oh.
I don't know.
go
Yeah. All right, Kyle here to tell us all about gay marriage in Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, live from England, it's Petchrachelli.
You right?
What's up? Happy New Year, buddy.
All right?
Happy New Year to you too. What you on with?
Oh, I don't know. We started to talk about a gay marriage legislation that happened here in Florida, so now they're recognizing gay marriages. And Tiffany didn't care and went on about a time capsule that they opened. In what state was it in? Do you even know what state it was in?
Boston.
It was in Boston.
It was in the state of Boston, the
Massachusetts.
51st
They're
state.
crap, then. I
Massachusetts.
was watching some YouTube video about a time capsule because I think I'd
See?
seen it in a movie.
Cool.
And the fella opened it up and it was just full of crap like baseball cards and old newspaper stuff.
Yeah.
Like, who cares about that stuff?
Well, that's what Jordan said. Jordan, tell him what you just said about it.
What?
They had
I forget.
coins.
What you just said. You just said they.
You've got coins now.
It's crap, yeah.
Yeah, but it's from back
Oh.
then. Paul Revere
I've
touched
got
it.
coins from back then. I'm looking at a coin now that is a what's it called? King George 1 penny piece from 1908, and that's in my front room.
Yeah.
So I don't want to dig up soil to find the same crap. Show me a
Exactly.
dinosaur.
I like that.
Here's the thing about it. They x-rayed the thing before they even open it. They could read part of the letter. Jordan had made a point. Why even open it at that point? What's the point?
To touch
Why
it.
X-ray it?
They x-rayed
It's a
it.
waste of taxpayers' money, isn't it? Let's X-ray the thing we're going to open. Are we scared it's a bomb or something? An elaborate terrorist plot.
It is Boston.
Yeah, that's right.
It's still a little nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they
I know.
had opened it prior though, like years before they'd opened it, right? They already and they resealed it, or was it?
Yeah, it was open like 100 years ago, so they already knew what was in it.
So they dug it up, deemed it crap, and buried it again.
Exactly.
That's how bad it was.
No.
Yeah,
Some
time
of
capsules
our-
are stupid.
Our forefathers buried
If you
it.
can't put some awesome like caveman technology that changes the world in it, don't bother. We don't need the
Fine.
newspapers.
Talk about your gay marriage.
Okay. Gays can marry now.
Yeah, that was wow.
Been able to marry for ages, haven't they?
No, dude, this country's so
It's
so
a-
ridiculous.
In
over here.
certain states they can, but they just made it legal where we live, so it's
Yeah.
cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought Florida was kind of gay-friendly.
Well, we have large gay communities here, but I mean, a large population of the state is old, conservative. They don't
Well,
like that. They
yeah.
don't
If
get
you
it.
live on the like certain parts on the coast, yeah, it's
Right.
hopping, everybody's loving it. But then you go inland, and it's all horrible swamp-dwelling rednecks that are just terrible. Like
Yep.
you remember in Top Gear when they got attacked in Alabama?
Yeah.
That could have happened in Florida just as easily. Like large swaths
No,
of Florida.
My mate was in Florida with the Navy, and he ended up drinking around some, what's it called? Like white supremacist. Is that a word? Supremacist?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He ended up drinking around some white supremacist house. He didn't realize till about 45 minutes in. He's like, there's a lot of white in this room. It's a little bit too white, if anything. Then the guy started spewing out all this stuff, and he was like, well, that's my military career out the window. The Queen will get wind of this, and I'll be out.
Yeah, it's very weird. Even with the military here, they've taken some strides, but for a long time they had this "don't ask, don't tell," which was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever heard in my life. It's like, yeah, we know you're in the military, but if you don't talk about it, it'll be okay. If you talk about it, then we have a problem. I'm like, oh my God, give me a break.
I mean, over here, and as far as the military goes, gayness is the least of it. I've got a mate who's in the military, right? Not the Navy, he's in the Army. I've got two mates in the military, they're both useless. And the one in the Army, he when he first got in, they made him run round naked round the entire campus or whatever they call it, drink a pint of piss and spunk, and then run round naked again. I thought, what are you playing at? You're supposed to be defending this island. You're drinking piss. And they've given you a gun. Not the sort of person you want to have a gun.
It's true. When I was in the Navy, that was the main problem. The dudes drank and just did ridiculous, stupid crap, and it was like, yeah.
No, he was sober. He was drinking
Oh.
urine.
Well, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Wow, really? Oh, you got to get me drunk
It
to
was
get
like
me.
Yeah.
an initiation type thing. And there's what's it called? So I'm eating pizza. I ordered one pizza and 3 came up. 3 large pizzas. I'm going to eat them all. I'm 3 slices away. And honest to God, I think there's a bad one in there somewhere because the chicken. I just feel really, really sick. I've had 2 cups of tea. I thought the caffeine would get me through it, but it's cold and it's dry.
3
I think there's
pizzas.
tuna on this one.
Oh, how big are the pizzas? I couldn't eat 3 pizzas.
Yeah, I think your larges are probably our smalls or something.
Yeah.
Like
I
McDonald's
think they're
fries.
about 12 inches.
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah, that's nothing.
No, 12 inches. What is that like? This is like a little
Yeah,
personal pizza.
yeah, that's
right?
what we get for personal pizzas here. We're
Personal.
America. Large is 18 inches.
You eat 3 12-inch pizzas?
No.
No, who would do
Oh,
that?
No, that's large over here.
I don't know. I could
I
probably
get me money's worth.
I could maybe eat 3 of those Totinas. I'd be really sick afterwards, but I don't
No,
know.
that's awful stuff. No, I can eat half of a medium pizza. I could eat that's like 5 slices. If I get 4 or 5 slices, good pizza.
I can eat 4 slices.
I had a plate of chips and some doner meat as well. I mean, I'm struggling.
Jesus.
What
What
might actually make me throw up.
What did you do for New Year's? I'm curious.
I got really drunk. I ended up swimming in a puddle. I mean, I've just been drunk. From Black Eye Friday till New Year's Day, I've done nothing but drink. It's been awful. Shamed myself many times. I thought one day, oh, I got drunk last night, but I didn't do anything stupid. And then the next day in the pub, my mate was playing everyone a video of me in my underpants twerking to Sister Nancy Bam Bam. I thought, "Oh, fuck it."
You see, now we had a decent New Year's, but nothing like that. We should have got really lit up. No, you know what it was? We had Kid Fest over here. That's what happened.
Yeah. Oh, it was so many kids. It was-
I'm not
Kid
kidding you.
Fest.
Yeah, because all the comics that I know
I
that
want to hear about.
all the easy, all of the comics that I know that they didn't have any gigs, have kids. They came over. One guy came over with 3 kids. Another comic came over with 2 kids, and I had my kid. And yeah, they were running all over, and then it got like right around 11:30 when people wanted to like really start drinking. It got weird because we had kids like staring at us like, "What are you doing, mommy? Are you drinking, mommy?" Very weird.
Ha.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, and then people are Facebooking me, they're tweeting me, my phone's vibrating. Crystal, piss off.
Crystal did that.
Yeah, that was Crystal's thing.
Have you made up with Miguel? I saw a little exchange on Facebook over the hipster situation.
Oh my god, that was so hysterical.
Dude, Miguel posted like 4 other posts after, I guess all me and my hipster friends are blah, blah, blah. He got really bent out of shape. It was pretty funny.
He sent me a long fucking what's it called? Facebook Messenger thing, and I was just like, "What's the matter with you, man?" I didn't even get halfway through, and I couldn't stop laughing. I just put it down.
He got really bent out of shape. It's funny.
He is a hipster, though. I mean, to be fair.
I guess if that's the definition of I think we did this on the show one time where you tried to define exactly what the hipster thing was and the emo thing. Everybody did, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, what's the hipster thing again? I forgot.
Well, hipster is more like an attitude. Petchrachelli was pointing out like basically like his drinking preferences and his clothes.
I saw a flow chart the other day that explained it pretty well.
What's that?
It says, "Are you a hipster?" And then you've got, "Yes, I am a hipster." And the result is, "No, you are not a hipster." You can say, "No, I am not a hipster." And the result is, you are not a hipster. Then the final choice is, "Just because I drink free-range fancy beer and wear nice, comfortable plaid clothes and have special facial hair doesn't mean I'm a hipster." You are a hipster.
Nice.
He's a hipster. There's nothing wrong with being a hipster. I don't know why he's so offended, but I think he's hipsterist. Racist, but hipsters.
I always assume one of the perks of being a hipster is you got to get laid more.
No, they're too cool for sex. There's a spot in London, right? It's a hipster. A bunch of Yanks came up. Remember, it might be Canadian. I don't bloody know. They've got that accent, though.
It depends on whether or not they apologize a lot.
Well, everyone apologises in London anyway, so it'd fit in. But they've come over, right, and they've gone to one of the poorest areas in London, and they've opened up a cereal bar where you just go in there and get bowls of cereal for like 10 quid for like a bowl of Lucky Charms or something.
Right.
Hipsters, what are you playing at? How did you get in that? How did you get a visa for that? With the border control, I want to sell bowls of cereal at £10 a pop, and then the Queen's like, in. How does that work?
That's genius if you ask me.
They calculated the VAT, and they're like, all right.
Well, I don't even eat cereal. Most people don't. I'll be eating pizza tomorrow.
No, that we eat cereal here. I'm trying to get Crystal to get our kid off. She buys him all the sugary stuff. He's not going to eat.
Buy him bran flakes.
He won't eat bran. I tried, dude. I tried raisin bran.
Bran flakes are terrible.
Yeah, that's horrible. Why would you subject your child to that?
You put a little honey on it. It's really good.
Oh, honey is so gross.
Oh, it just turns into
Have them on their own. Splash them up. They're gorgeous. If anything, I eat too many and it makes me ill. It's like a laxative, and I'm eating like 4 bowls a day.
Oh, God.
Hold on. Yes,
Must
Crystal.
be geysering.
I actually banned cornflakes, brown flakes. I don't like them in my house because when I was little, my dad dated a chick and she used to make me eat them with red Kool-Aid and salt. So like it's like yeah, like it's a bad flashback, dude.
Dude, the stories she tells me about her upbringing by various women are shocking, and it's like flowers in the attic. It's like a whole weird thing happening.
The worst taste. I can't even. I can still taste it in my mouth. How it tastes.
Who does that to somebody?
So
see, that'd be a good challenge. We can see who can eat a bowl without crying.
Do you want to see Crystal snap psychotically and have like a flashback and lash out?
And roll on dog beds naked.
Yeah, no Kool-Aid and no corn.
You're not down selling it there, honey. You're just...
I don't know. You guys
My
got.
father did a similar thing because I was like, oh, I want a bowl of bran flakes when I was about 6. And he was like, but your tea's nearly ready. And I says, I want a bowl of bran flakes. It's like, but your tea's nearly ready. And I says, I want a bowl of bloody bran flakes, man. Now steppity. So he gives me the biggest bowl of bran flakes he possibly could. And I just couldn't finish it,
Oh
and then
my
he put
God.
it in the fridge. He was like, "You're gonna eat that, come hell I water."
Oh.
And then for like the next 2 days, it sat in the fridge, and he wouldn't let me eat anything else until I sat and ate every. And by then, it was just like sludge. It was like
I think I'll.
milky diarrhea. It was horrible.
I think I'd take the
bad.
paddle with the holes in it.
Yeah.
I was holding my nose. I was just drinking it down. It was horrible.
Everybody has that extreme story that they have from their parents. Like I don't know about you, Jordan, but I had that extreme thing where my dad. You know how when you bother your parents about something, you just ask them over and they're ignoring you, but you keep asking and hoping that at some point they'll just like snap, and go, fine, go ahead, do it. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. I wanted to go to this carnival, and it was like after school. I had school the next day, and I could bother my dad. And finally, he said, "Yeah, fine, go ahead, do it." And I don't think he was serious. And I went ahead. I went, and I didn't come back until like 10, 11. So when I got back to the house, I went to open up the front door, and it was locked. And
my
I'm like, "What the hell?" So I'm ringing the doorbell. I'm knocking and everything. He gets up. I hear him get up. He walks into my room. He grabs a blanket, my pillow, opens up the door, throws them in my face, and says, "Sleep in the shed. And be ready for school in the morning." I had to go around the back and sleep outside in the shed with the cockroaches, and it was awful.
You didn't
dude.
even have like a porch or something?
No, what do you need a porch? Have you seen my house? It's like a brownstone step porch. It's really nothing.
No, I haven't seen your childhood house. What are you? Is it like on a tourist bus or something?
What?
When am I supposed to see that?
Who
Are there
still
historical
lives there?
markers?
You've never been over to my house? We've never been by and saw my dad? Ever?
No.
We'll go by and see him. It'll be fun.
You know
Yes.
what you should have done, Chris?
What's
Sounds
that?
like a trip.
You should have bust the lock off the shed and just left like one shoe and a blanket there. And halfway through the night, he'll have gone to check that you're all right, and you've just gone. He's like, "Oh my God, he's been abducted."
That
Here's
Then
the-
he could jump out and be like, "Ha!"
Here's the problem. He never came out to check. He really didn't care. He was like, "Go out there. You're done for the evening." It was awful,
At least he didn't call a policeman over to supervise.
right? I don't know. That's Jordan. Any of your parents ever snapped, do anything wild like that, and punishment-wise, where it's just like extreme, like I'm gonna show you?
No, never sentenced me to a shed. I don't know.
Tiffany,
I'm
anything
trying to
in
think
your
of something
weird?
terrible.
No, because your mom loved you. She would never do anything
Right,
like
yeah,
that.
like she would not think I was interrupting her if I was talking to
I
her.
had 5 little brothers and sisters, some of whom managed to be a lot worse than I was. So, the brunt tended to fall on them. I managed to escape.
You were slid under the radar.
Yeah.
Yes, Crystal.
I say yours is not really extreme. Like I used to sneak out all the time, and my mom would find out and lock the windows, and I would come back and it'd be locked, and I'd beg my sister to let me in or sleep on the pool furniture.
I never snuck out.
It was
I
like a
never
regular
snuck
thing.
out.
You've slept on the pool furniture regularly?
Well, yeah, because I would sneak out like after everybody goes to sleep, and I party all night, come back right before I'd get up for school.
She's a wild
and
child, man.
my mom got mad because I kept stepping on her roses, and she locked the window so I couldn't get back in. And then she told my sister not to let me in.
What kind of place did you grow up in?
So you would have been fine
I
if you just
wasn't
didn't step
bad.
on the damn flowers.
Yeah, dude, it gave me
She's not
away.
bothered about the party and the underage drinking and drugs. It's the flowers that she's concerned about.
No, yeah, they could care less about all of the rest. The flowers were very important.
Oh my god!
It's a German thing.
Petunias.
No, it's true. The German women we're not allowed to put anything down without a coaster in that house.
Yeah,
It's
don't
straight up.
ever do that. Oh
I
my
know.
God.
It's all good. Well, I'm glad that you had a good New Year's. Did you check out my website? Have you been to that to check it out so you can trash it?
I haven't checked. Oh, I'll check it out tonight. God damn it.
GorgesComedy.com.
Yeah, it's don't.
Yeah, it's really good.
I put some more clips of comedy up there. Some more recent clips. You might like it. You might not. We'll see.
And if you go to the double special page, you'll see your pretty face on it.
My what face?
I don't know.
The pretty face you
Your-
got, the one you
your
keep in the
pretty
drawer.
Pretty face.
I started using bro cream, Tiffany, just so you know.
What?
Pomade.
No, I'm off for pomade now. I've got a new hair care regime. What I do is I have a shower of a night time, right? I get out, instead of putting mousse in it straight away, I hand dry it, then I put blow drying lotion in it, then I blow dry it bent over, then I put in something called Montebello HD matte paste wax.
Good God.
Then I get into bed and I go to sleep, and then the next day I put a bit of bro cream in it, and I'm telling you what, oof. It's like a young Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wow.
That is way too much. That's like a 2-day process.
I know. It sounds like you
Yeah.
paved your head. I just-
I have shampoo and conditioner in one. That's pretty much as far as I go.
Gotta get yourself down to the bloody salon, lass. That's what you need to get your hair did.
No, the salon person said that I have the healthiest hair they've ever seen.
I think
They say
Petchrachelli's
that
a
to
hipster.
everyone.
No, but I never buy any of their stuff. They would want to sell me their stuff. I told them I have shampoo, conditioner, and body soap all in one, and that's what I use. for my
You're
for
a
my
man. That's what I do.
She really is, dude. She's like, that works for me. Where'd you get it? Dollar store. It works.
No, it costs like $1.99.
Wow, that's
She
really
uses
cheap
the same
stuff.
thing that Jake uses.
Yeah, no, this one's Leonardo. I have Leonardo right now.
It's a child's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Oh
it's
my
It's a
cheap.
Ninja Turtle soap.
It's like
Yeah.
$1.99, and you can use it for shampoo, conditioner, and body wash.
Yeah,
like, are
it's-
you serious? It's awesome.
It's
It's
suave,
just dishwashing liquid.
Smells like blueberry.
I reckon the shampoo I use in your money would be about $9.
Oh, dude, it sounds like you're spending like $40 every 3 days to do your hairdo, so you
Yeah.
look like a young Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, that's good.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Honestly, you sounded like
Any
Churchy.
idea how much money I've saved since going on these e-cigarettes? I can afford to do that now.
You're
And
still
I haven't got anything else to do with my time.
you're still on the e-cigarettes, and it's okay. You like it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a couple of fags when I was drunk over Christmas. Like, I had a fag after my Christmas dinner, and my God, I nearly ate the butt. It was just so good. Other than that, no.
Well, there's a lot of attacking in the internet about people that are vaping. I saw this one guy put a big post about how much a douchebag he thinks people that vape are, and it was. I mean, people really hate the vaping thing. They're so pissed off about it.
Yeah,
It's because we're wheedling our way back indoors, and I don't like it.
it's true.
I don't smoke indoors though. I don't do
You
that.
do too. I've seen you do it every time I've been out with you.
Where?
Every time you're at a club, you keep it on the table,
Okay,
and you whip
that's-
it out and behind the crowd and start vaping.
Well, that's in a nightclub, but I wouldn't do it at a Publix if I was going grocery shopping, or I wouldn't do it in a movie theater.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that at a nightclub. Yeah, the
I
comedy
do.
club. Well, okay, then you're the people.
It'd be
that are
cool
pissed
to
at
do it in a movie
Yeah,
theater
but I
though,
do
'cause you see it
I
in the
do it
light.
slyly. I'll keep it in like my shirt pocket, and I'll hide my head down and just have a little toot off it, and then I'll blow it. No one knows I'm doing it. I'm not like obnoxious with it. I just can't be. Why the hell should I have to? I've gotten off tobacco. All the smokers are outside, so that you non-smokers don't have to breathe in the cancer. But yeah, I have to breathe it in. I don't think so, sunshine. I don't care what your rules are. I'm having me vape fag, so you can swivel on that, and then I hold up my vape fag and swivel it about in the air.
See, and meanwhile, I'm 2 rows over in the same theater going, is that guy like sucking on his own nipple? What the hell is he doing over there? You shouldn't be able to do that in a theater.
Oh, that's the least of the worries with me. They don't know
Yeah.
that. I mean, I've got a padlock around my neck, and that always comes up when I'm out because it falls out my shirt. So I think they just think I'm looking at that.
He's trying to he's had it on for 15 years, lost the key. He's picking it.
Pretty much, yeah. Not 15 years. Maybe about 4 or 5 months.
Tiffany, like a guy with a padlock around his neck? What does it say to you about a guy?
Why do you have that?
It's a Sid Vicious thing.
Is that actually the exact same lock he had? It's just I was drunk and thought I had the key. I didn't have the key.
That's why I don't put locks around my neck. There's too many things that can go awry, and then now you're stuck with a lock around your neck.
Yeah, but it looks good.
Tiffany, if you went on a
I-
date with a guy and like he leaned over you shooting pool and a lock came out on
Not
a
just
chain,
a guy, Tiffany.
Not-
You're going on a date now with Petchrachelli. You know,
Yeah.
you're guaranteed 3 things with me. You're gonna get
God.
someone's gonna pick you up in a taxi. You're gonna get a steak dinner, and you're gonna get a kebab. And on top of all of that, you're gonna get padlock and brill cream. No, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sold me at steak and kebab.
she's like, for food, I will put up with the padlock.
I love that.
I'm not even gonna try and slip you one because I'll be too drunk. You will literally have to carry me home and just dump me on the step.
Oh, you are a ladies' man. That
Wow.
sounds like a night out right there.
Yeah.
You can hold his hair back for him as he pukes. It'd be
Well, I
awesome.
think the
Yeah.
gel in his hair holds itself back, right?
No, but just
No, the brill cream makes it flop forward. It comes down to my nose. It's very dashing.
When he passes out, you just pick him up by his feet, and then you can just like slide him down the road because the brill cream likes a snail trail. Just it lubricates the road. Just shoo. It's really
You get
simple.
the same effect with my arsehole, to be fair.
Oh, well, I'm sure Miguel will get over his little dealio. It seems like he's
I thought
pretty...
he loved Petra.
He does. I just Petra rubbed him the wrong way. That's all. I called him a
Yeah,
hipster.
but
and
that's
apparently,
classic Petra.
I know that.
Maybe
He
it was
doesn't
like
know.
calling him facetious. Like that's what happened when we called the British people facetious. Maybe hipster is taken wrong here. Maybe it's like a facetious hipster
well, I'll say that
exchange.
if you don't want to be called a hipster, then don't immediately post a picture of a bunch of craft beers because that doesn't help.
You know what else, though, annoyed me about that? He's got all these bum chums calling me a douche and all that. Someone tweeted a caption that dropped the N-bomb, and someone else likened Kanye West to some turd, which I'm assuming has got something to do with race. And I'm thinking, how am I the douche? We've got 2 bloody bigots in this list. All I did was call him an hipster, and I'm a douche.
So you started cyber stalking all the people who chimed in?
No, it was on like they left a comment on the same thing that I'd called it, so I kept on getting notifications on my phone. I had to knock them off in the end.
That's funny, dude. Everybody's
One guy said I looked really stupid because I had my Masonic gear on. He said I looked like I was in a dress, which is homophobic again. He looks like he's in a dress, Miguel. So don't listen to what he has to say. I looked at his profile picture. He looks like something from American History X. He's all tattooed and
oh my
I
God.
just thought, Jesus. I mean, tocatchapredator.com.
Wow.
He's making friends on Facebook. I love it. He's tried to get me a couple times. The other day you were like, Chris? I'm like, I'm not biting on that. I don't want to get involved.
So you're a Mason? We did not know that.
Who's a Mason? He is?
You said
I'm
Masonic
not
gear.
supposed to talk about it.
Yeah,
No, what's going on, though? I know. I want to know more about your secret
That's a
society.
secret society.
I know it
It's not a
is.
secret. It's a fraternity. There's nothing secret about it.
Did you have to do the weird initiations? Like drink a gallon of piss and spunk?
I don't know what you're talking. These rumors, these unfounded rumors. I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you have to like get blindfolded and ride a horse and they threw firecrackers at you?
I don't know, but I've heard that they don't like Catholics or Jews, so I'm trying to keep it under wraps for now.
What if I said, will nobody help the widow's son? Does that mean anything?
I couldn't confirm or deny that.
Okay.
Don't get us killed. We're only a week into the new year, all right? Just
Oh,
stop.
come on. It's not like he's an elk.
I don't know. All right, sir. Well, listen, I'm glad your New Year's went well. And anything else while we got you on the line?
Yeah, I've got a newspaper here, and it says 30 stone wife eats quiz team. And that's on the front page.
She eats a what?
Quiz team, pub quiz team. You have pub quizzes, don't you?
Yeah.
What?
She eats a
30
team?
stone wife. Yeah, you should see the picture of it. She's got massive knockers.
Stone is weight.
Yeah, I know what stone is, but eating. Do you mean actually eating people? Is that a team of people?
She ate people?
Hang on a second. It's on pages 4 and 5. Jen saw the lad staring at her naked, then started biting. Says here, fucking hell, I can't believe it's just front page news. Came downstairs to see her husband showing his mates, and she's dog ugly as well. She looks like a toad. His mates showing naked pictures on her laptop, and then she started biting.
We just pulled it up. Yeah, we're looking at it too. Oh, my God.
Oh, is that her boobs?
Oh,
Why is that
good.
happening?
Holy
What?
shit.
Are the people in her boobs?
Why?
You can't tell if they're boobs or just she got like legs attached
Oh,
to
it
her
looks
neck.
like her ass.
Wait, are the
You guys,
people?
what-
Are that's where a person
that-
is? Is that a person?
Hey! What? Could you
What's
stop?
happening?
Stop, dude! Jesus, you act like you
You
never
seen
saw.
the picture of her husband? He couldn't look any more miserable in his life.
He looks like gravity's like heavier on him than any other human.
He looks like a 12-year-old in a fake mustache.
What's up with her sweater? Does she have an extra person in there?
No, it's her boobs off to the side.
Oh, holy crap, dude! That looks like an extra person.
Okay.
Wait, I don't get it.
Quasimodo on the side.
All right,
Holy
one
So
at
crap.
she ate people? What happened?
Okay, stop. Hold on. All right. Go ahead.
To be honest, there's a bit too much meat on her bones for my taste. I bet she's 30 stone, and she's got a face like a bulldog licking piss off a thistle. But I had a look at her naked out of curiosity. Jesus wept.
What the hell paper are you reading, dude? Dude, their publications are way different than
She
ours.
let out a roar like a buffalo.
A roar like a.
She flew at us. No, she did not fly at you. She probably like loomed at you. Or
toppled.
how
towards you.
do glaciers move? That's how she came at them, as a glacier.
It's a glacier. A couple inches a year.
Roared like a come downstairs and roared like a started biting them.
Oh.
We had a guy here locally, I think it was locally, that got pissed off at his mother for she kept nagging him to take some boxes upstairs. So he cut off her head, and then he tried to throw it out in the regular trash. Like he got caught dragging the rest. He had already taken the head out and put it by the curb, and then went and got her body and tried to drag it out there. Like the trash man is going to come and take that, no problem. Yeah, we'll take anything. Vacuum cleaners, put your mom's head out there, whatever.
What do you
I'll
do
take
with
it.
their body?
He drug it out to the curb. That's when he got caught. People were like, "Oh crap, he's dragging his mom's body out to the trash curb. Like he's gonna just drop that off for the city to pick up."
Did you know about that guy in Australia? He's like a male prostitute, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was going out with a she-male prostitute. That's like a lass, but she's actually got a knob, but you wouldn't know.
Yeah, we
Because I
know.
think she was one of those Thai lady boys, and I mean, you wouldn't be able to know with most of them because,
They call them trap.
You're calling what?
Trap.
Trap?
It's trap porn.
Yes.
Oh,
And
gross.
apparently they'd had an argument or something, and he'd chopped her up killed her, chopped her up, tried to put her in the oven for some reason to maybe burn her a bit so she didn't look like a person. And then his oven broke, it blew up or something, so he phoned for help. And then the guy came around to fix his oven, realised that this guy's just murdered someone in here. The police came round, and this guy lives in like a flat, an apartment, like several stories up. So to make his escape, what he did was, they're like cracking through the door, he just goes out onto the balcony and jumps into a wheelie bin, and apparently the impact killed him. He's just sitting in this bin dead.
People walking by, he didn't make it.
That happened like down the road from where Brad lives as well. He was telling me about it. I looked it up on the internet. I thought, Christ.
There's been a couple of weird stories coming out of Australia. A couple of weird things. People doing wackadoo things. Although Florida, we got everybody beat. Dude.
Yeah, no, Australia is like a distant second.
Yeah, no, Florida for some, and I'm talking the United States, just Florida. This state, for some reason, is where insane people come to go live out their fantasies. We talked.
Well, like, what sort of weird stuff happens in Florida?
Well, we talked about this evening. We had a guy that actually went to a CVS store, which is like a drugstore, a pharmacy, and they have all kinds of household items and stuff like that. He got naked, came out naked, grabbed out a couple of dog beds, threw them in, drug them back to the bathroom, and then like started like laying on the dog beds there in the bathroom naked. Who does that? What is that all about?
And that was like a 15-minute drive from here. To maybe 25.
I mean, that's a cry for help, but I don't know what he wants help with. You know what I mean?
Tiffany said maybe his girlfriend broke over them. Her explanation was, girlfriend problems.
Yeah, if you want to see, if you go to that Reddit.com, they have the subreddit R Florida Man, and it's updated constantly.
I can't work that website. It's too complicated.
Really? It's got
I
words
can't
on it.
navigate. It's just like post after post after. It's just like reading computer talk. You know what I mean? I can't understand
Yeah,
it.
I can see what you're
It's
saying.
like reading code. I just don't get it.
And Jordan likes it like that. His music is like that as well. It's all code.
MP3s.
You've got no taste, do you, Jordan?
Wow.
He does and he doesn't. We've had this discussion. I have more of mainstream. I mean, I like
played one of his bands. They're awful. It was just noise. It was like a
Yes.
cassette tape player being thrown in a bath. It was
Thank
just
you.
awful.
Thank you, Petra.
Who are you
Thank
talking
you.
about?
It had like a weird name. I think the word black might have been in there. I'm not
Blackie
sure.
all caps with spaces. Yeah, no, he's definitely difficult. He's like at the top end of difficult things I listen to.
You love him though.
I love him. I think he's great.
What do you think's great about that?
I can't. Yeah, I don't know.
It
It speaks to me.
He
It's
likes
original.
it.
It's different.
He likes it because no one else likes it, and he thinks he's being cool. He
I
likes
think
to be
John
cool.
is a bit of a hipster.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been thinking since you brought it up.
No, we've said this
He's
before.
got the beard.
We said this a while ago. Jordan is.
I don't think it's a hipster.
Why,
thing.
dude? Why
I
do
have
you
to wax
think?
it.
What is the tagline of this show?
We hate what you like.
Who came up with that?
Me.
Is that not the most hipsterest thing you could friggin' say?
Is it?
We hate what you like. If you like it, we hate it. We don't like what you like.
I think
That's
it's
a
more
hipster
like
thing.
oppositional defiance
That's
of disorder.
hipster. That's hipster. That's hipster all the way.
Yeah,
Is it popular?
He's not just on a vape pen, but he even coils his own coils. He's got one of those
Yeah.
massive boxes. You know.
Yeah.
He likes to try different foods and different like beers as well.
And you like weird beers as well, don't you, Jordan?
He does. He does.
I've kind of actually. I used to mostly drink a lot of like European beers just because that was the only good beer you could get here, and then they had this whole explosion. But most of the hipster beers, like you'll find it's just crap beer with like a clever label on it. So I've kind of like settled down to like 2 or 3 brands that I stick with. So
He was very excited when Miguel brought beer here, though. I'll say that.
yeah.
well, that was like fresh brewery beer. That was pretty good.
No,
I'll drink anything fizzy and alcoholic.
Oh, I drink Pabst Blue Ribbon all the time. It's cheap.
Ugh, no,
Yeah.
I don't drink beer. Screw that.
Jordan's a hipster.
I'm drinking this Corona Chris one, even though it's pretty terrible.
Dude, I won a case of Corona at a party. We
Yeah.
went to a party, and I had to tell a joke at the stupid party. I didn't want to. I didn't. Let me just throw this at her. Somebody got Petchrachelli on the phone. I went to Crystal's company party. Right, she works for a couple of doctors, and they threw the company Christmas party. So I went there as her husband, and they were doing like fun things during the party. Like they had to make like different activities for people to do because that's always a lot of fun. Get people drunk. And so they can embarrass themselves. And one of the things this guy wanted to do was have a joke telling contest. I told her before we went, I do not want to do the joke contest. I don't want to go up there.
It's not really fair that you do it because you're a professional.
I agree. Well, I wasn't coming from that angle. I just didn't want to get in the and be. And I'm not running around the party going, hey, I'm a comic. Hey, I'm a comedian. I don't do that. I'm just not. That's not me, right? Here's the thing, though. As soon as the guy started the contest, he goes, okay, we're going to have this joke contest now for this beautiful case of beer here. I know we have a professional in the audience. I'm like, oh, Christ, here we go. So now my head's between my... But we'll wait. We'll do him last. Dude, there's like 40 people on this list of jokes. I had to sit through like 40 people telling jokes off their phones and internet jokes. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. What was your joke?
My joke was a joke that I told in the show before. It's about an old man and an old woman sitting on a nursing home bench.
Yeah, it's not even his joke.
It's a street joke. It's a street joke. When's the last time I wrote an original joke, like a joke that you can tell at a party? Comics don't do that. Comedians don't tell jokes like that. We don't. That's not what we do.
Maybe you should have tried.
No,
that's fair.
I wrote a joke and it's original.
All right. What is your joke? Hold on.
Hang on a second, I've got it written down somewhere. I might have to just make it up again if I can't really find it.
Oh, for Christ. All right, I'll tell you my joke while you're looking for your joke. An old woman and an old man are sitting on a bench at a nursing home, and the old woman leans over to the old man, and she says, I could guess your age. And he goes, really? She goes, yep, and I'll get it right, too. And he goes, all right, go ahead, you give it a shot. She reaches over, she unzips his fly, she puts her hand in his pants and fumbles around for like 15 minutes. She takes her hand out, and she says, you're 95. He said, that's amazing. How'd you do that? She said, you told me yesterday. And that's the joke. It's a cute, fun joke. And I won a case of beer, which I don't think was very fair. There were other jokes that were equally as good. So, yes, Chris.
Well, they had to give it to you, though, didn't they?
No, I didn't want it. I don't even drink beer.
Yeah, I know. And I told them that you shouldn't participate because you were a professional. But I actually told him, I held my head down in shame when he told that joke because I think it's so lame. But I told him to do crowd work.
Wait, back up. What did you just say to me?
What?
I think the joke was so lame.
Yeah, dude, you always do that joke. I even said before, I'm like, if you guys force him to do a joke, this is the joke he's going to do, and I did your joke. So, like,
and they gave me the beer anyway? You work for morons. You know that, right? Those people are idiots?
Well, I didn't tell the doctors, but I told like their office manager on the medical side.
Jesus
but
Christ.
That's why they were laughing.
I was like, you should do crowd work because that would be really funny.
Yeah, here's what she wants me to do. Petchrachelli, she wants me to do comedy club crowd work at her company Christmas party. So I should go around and insult everybody based on stereotypes. That's what I should do. No, wrong. Dude,
no, it would have been so funny.
You would have been unemployed the next day.
No, they
Yes,
have
you
great
would've.
senses of humor.
Dude, come on. You work for 2 Indian doctors. There was all kinds of white trash up in there.
Do you think if you were a carpenter, she'd ask you to build a table?
I know, right?
I'm bringing my husband. He's going to build a table.
You know who was there, Petchrachelli? Hold on. You know who was there? Tom. Tom was there.
Oh,
And I met
like
Tom.
Cousin It, but someone shaved the front.
I met Tom and I told him, I said, listen, I just want to let you know, there's no hard feelings. You came on the show. I don't censor the people on the show, so when somebody has an opinion, I allow other people to chime in on that opinion. And I said, now I'll tell you, the phone call was really funny, so we're going to put it in the best of segment. He was so excited about that. I think he really genuinely got his feelings hurt, which should make you very happy.
Well, Tom, if you're listening, if it's any consolation, I hate me too. So.
I don't believe that.
That's just after 3 pizzas and a steak and fries, or whatever the hell you ate.
And 8 pounds of bro cream.
Yeah.
Some purple syrup as well. Because that's what I do now. I'm a rapper.
You're a rapper?
Nah, not really. I just like to wear the chains around my neck, big clock and all that sort of stuff.
Right on.
Because I'm from the West Coast, I get to throw up gang signs and stuff like that.
He's a rapper from the 90s.
Yeah, and I think
we're still getting all that stuff coming. I've only just found out Tupac's being shot. I was devastated.
Gotta shoot him some Wu-Tang, get him somewhat up to date, get him into the late 90s at least.
What, like Old Dirty Bastard, Old DB?
Yeah, he's from Wu-Tang. It's a collective of rappers. There's like 10 or 15 of them. There's some.
Don't tell him he's dead.
What's that?
Don't tell him ODB is dead. It'll break his heart.
Yeah.
Is he really dead?
Yeah, he is.
I was learning how to play that song on guitar just the other day as well.
Yeah, he's dead, dude.
Oh, fuck me.
Biggie is dead too. I don't know if you heard.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, I knew he was dead.
Do you know Jim Morrison died?
Yeah, he died in Paris, France, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was over there once with a bird. I was like, I want to go to the pub that he drank in right before he died. This bar, I can't mind what it was bloody called, some silly French name. And I went over there and they kicked me. I mean, I've been looking for this pub all day, going into different pubs. I was like, well, we're here now, so I may as well have a drink. This is about the 8th or 9th pub, which is like the 8th or 9th whiskey, and I finally found it. I think I got 2 drinks in before they kicked me out for making too much noise. I was like, but Jim Morrison died in here.
Dude, we need to either take a trip over there and hang out for a weekend and get arrested, or have him come here, because you can get arrested here in Florida. Although I don't know.
The funny part, yeah, he got kicked out because he was singing Whiskey Bar too loud, but they really just hate Bertolt Brecht.
They'll kick me out. I was just singing Rule Britannia, putting them, just letting them know what the food chain lies. They didn't like that very much.
Yeah, well, they're the French are like that. That's why I am the way I am. I got that little French part of me. It's like, nah, don't do it. All right, listen, buddy.
Well, the English are worse.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Although German, like I said, German women are just very standoffish and very not nice.
Very stern.
The
Very
older
cold.
ones. The younger ones are kind of cool. Like I used to hang out with this really.
The older ones are from that Hitler Youth generation.
Oh,
They
yeah.
remember.
My mom is, yeah, for sure. She's like got that big scar on her arm from like whatever.
From whatever? You
Yeah,
mean like
like they did like.
Was
yeah,
that a
they did-
shrapnel wound she's got on there? What is
no,
that?
like I think like back in the day in
The bombing of Berlin? What are you talking about?
archaic days where they like stabbed you for chicken pox like injection or something, smallpox. or
Oh,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, with the Hitler injections
Yeah,
for
the Hitler
smallpox.
injections, yeah, exactly.
Although I just heard, speaking of Hitler, isn't there a guy over in England who just had to get rid of like a herd of Nazi cows because they're too horrible?
I've never heard. No, I don't. I don't watch the news or anything. I'm sick to death of it. Because over here, it's getting really bad. We've got the BNP, which is the British National Party, and they're all Nazis. And there's now UKIP as well, and they're all Nazis. Like the BNP, the guy, the head of that, Nick Griffin, who would be like our Prime Minister if he ever got voted in. It was on Question Time once, and someone had asked him, why is it that you were quoted as calling a black person? I don't like saying this stuff because someone will bloody record it, but he said like a racial slur about a black person.
Yeah.
And it was like, I didn't do that. And about half the country just YouTubed it, saw that he did do it, and tweeted in the show, and they brought it up. Actually, no, like 6 million people have just said you have done it, and here's a link to the video. I thought, you stupid prick. It was hilarious. So we're getting really bad for it.
Yeah, no, it's getting crazy over here as well. It's I don't know, man. Hopefully, this is going to be a good year. I'm trying to have a positive outlook about this year, and maybe things will turn around and we can be nicer to each other. And maybe you can too. Maybe you and Miguel can patch it up.
I'm not in a mood with Miguel. I don't know why he's so upset. He needs to find his bloody Tampax. I think that's what the problem is.
Burn.
I know another hipster that needs to do that too.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
Jordan's.
didn't watch the beginning of the show, Petra.
Yeah,
You watched the beginning.
Yeah, Jordan's all upset because Tiffany, we're doing the double special live. It's going to be at the Tampa Improv. So I got us a gig at the Improv, which is a pretty big chain here in the country. We've got a room right around the corner. So I got us a show. Jordan's going to be hosting. Tiffany's going to be featuring, doing stand-up, and then I'm headlining, and then we'll do some like improvisational stuff at the
Well,
end.
you and Tiffany will do some improv because you're the stars.
No, shut up, dude.
See the brattiness?
So Tiffany's got to in with this guy on the local radio station, and they got a pretty big audience. It's the Bone radio station. We did our little contest for the Bone, and he actually won the contest. Now he's got a show on the Bone. He's going to have us on the night before the show in the Tampa Bay market to talk about the show and promote the show. When Tiffany set it up, she just kind of set it up for Jordan and myself because she knows him. I don't really know the guy.
She set it up for Tiffany and you.
Yeah, so
For
like,
herself and you,
Okay.
not me. I cut out.
I asked my friend if we could be on his show to promote our show, but I didn't include Jordan because 2 people is enough in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And and now Jordan's really upset when
Yep.
I thought I was doing us a big favor by having us be on a big promotional like radio show.
Yep.
And yeah, Jordan's being a baby. Jordan's being a baby.
He's
that's
upset
all.
about it. He feels like
I can see why he's upset.
Yeah.
But then I don't particularly care. It's funny when Jordan's upset, but I can see why he'd be upset.
But like, we can't invite 3 whole people in a small studio.
Yeah,
you
you
know what
know-
I mean? Like,
You've never been to this studio. You don't know.
But I've been in other studios, and you don't just walk in with people unannounced or people that aren't invited. It just gets weird.
No,
I'm
she
telling
should have mentioned my name right up front.
you. Especially if
Yeah.
said person wants to be on the microphone. You can't get 4 and 5 people on the microphone in a studio like that. It doesn't work, dude. It doesn't work in here. It doesn't work in there. I'm telling you, when you get too many people talking, it's not good radio.
I think you're making
I
assumptions that
would've-
won't pan out.
I would have just said Chris, but I know that
I don't know,
they
Johnny.
probably, that Chris doesn't know Johnny, and that I need to be there at least for the first time. For now on, you guys can organize any way that you want once you're in, but I just wanted to.
Johnny Bell said I was funny on Facebook, so there.
Then why don't you message him and find out if you can be on the show?
I'm going to.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna make.
He's gonna
it's-
totally ruin
Don't-
this.
I am.
He's gonna ruin this.
Well, there you go. Because you're making me step up to the
See?
plate.
What a
All right, well,
baby.
here's the end result. When you do that, you'll hurt the show the next night. We won't have the attendance that
Yeah.
we need to be able to do a new show there. So when you do that, think about how it will affect any shows at this major venue that actually, when the television shows come to town and they tape there at those places.
Well,
Not-
Tiffany can have me off at the pass.
Not
but
here.
anytime.
They don't tape here at my house. They don't tape down the street at the park or at your place or at the coffee shop, wherever the hell you go get your craft beer. They tape at that place.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't
What is this
plan.
for, by the way? What are you doing?
It's a live comedy show, and the Improv is a national venue. They've got huge chains, and when they have their weekend shows, they have the big names, and during the week, the local guys are allowed to headline and do their own shows, theme shows. So it'll be a stand-up show with some improvisational games thrown in because
Are you and Tiffany doing a show together?
yeah, Tiffany will be featuring for me.
Ah, I see, Jordan.
I'm in the show too.
He's in the show too. He's hosting the show.
I've got to stand up and host it. I got to do the improv games with it.
What do you mean you got to?
He
You got
doesn't.
to.
He doesn't have.
Well, Tiffany
notes.
can't do it.
She's doing a set.
She can't do improv.
Well, no, she can.
Okay.
So what's your point?
So I'm a vital part of the show.
I never said you
yeah.
weren't.
So I should be on the damn radio with you.
We
Oh
can't.
my
We can't
God.
assume that we can bring you. I'm sorry.
You should have asked.
I don't even plan on talking that much. It's
You-
all about Chris
you
there.
shouldn't talk.
I'm just the grease person.
Here,
Oh,
wait,
now
let
you're the
me-
grease person.
Let me shed some light on this, people.
One at a
Oh
time,
God,
one at a
Chris.
time.
Are you
going to
sing a whole lot of love
Stop,
up there?
stop, one little time. One at a
Okay.
time, please. Come on.
Let me say okay. First of all, let's put this in perspective.
I
Usually,
thought we had.
no. Usually, when 102.5 The Bone they interview comics because they do a lot for the improv. It's just the headliner that
Yeah.
goes on. Not
I
even
agree.
usually the feature does, but because Tiffany has the
Exactly.
contact and it would be more of a comfortable situation. I understand that. However, you guys are being heartless to Jordan, and I feel bad
Heartless?
for
Yeah.
Jordan.
Wow, that's
You're being very
bullcrap.
clinical
No.
about it.
For
Look,
Christ.
I'm being nice because I'm trying to promote our show so
Yeah.
Jordan can get more work in the future at the Tampa
Yeah,
Improv.
and
If
it-
we
and it-
fill up the seats, it's good for all of us.
Yeah, and it's called show business. This is the business part. I'm sorry, but that's the business part.
Yeah.
Sometimes not everybody in the band gets to go along. I'm sorry. That's
wow.
the way it is.
Okay.
All right, no.
Jordan,
Yeah, I
just
mean, it's
Why
like-
accept
keep a
it.
disposable member? I
Yeah.
think
No.
that's why he's upset.
That's only good if you're like in like Buddy Holly's band or Leonard Skinner and you don't get to go along. But this is not one of those things.
Oh my
Jordan,
God.
just accept it. Me and you are disposable.
That's
Oh my
not true.
God.
Yeah.
They could
that's
toss us into the trash and it would never matter.
I told
that
you-
was the message that I
Leonard.
received.
No, I told you what the message was. I could not do this show without you. It wouldn't happen. It just would not happen.
That's what you say now, but that's not what you say
That's
to
what
Johnny
I've been saying
and
for
Tim
the
when we
past
get on the
4
radio.
years.
huh?
We've been doing the show for 4
Yeah.
years, dude.
I bet we'll bring you up when we're there.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
okay.
hold on, wait a second. Who was the first person I called when we got an opportunity to go on terrestrial radio, on AM radio? Who was the first person I called about doing a show? Who was the first person, dude?
I don't know.
It was you
Marty
jackass.
Hoffman.
Well, how the hell should I know that?
No,
It
Marty
probably
Hoffman.
was Marty.
Marty was second. No.
We lived in the same place. He probably called us both.
Petra, you're here
And
for
you
a good
picked up the
fight.
phone.
Yeah, that was all it was.
Jordan wouldn't pick up the phone. He's too hipster for that.
Petra, this is a really sore spot for us, so you could really enjoy this.
It's going deep.
No, I am. I'm like half erect, honestly.
We can't make those assumptions. And yes, maybe Tiffany should have said there'll be 3 of us, but maybe she
Or she
felt-
could have
No,
asked.
Stop. Wait. Let me finish before you freak out. All right,
Okay,
you little
yeah.
pansy.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Why
just,
do you have to
no,
say
but you're
that?
like.
Well, way to bring it to negative.
You're being very negative right now.
Ah.
I'm trying to explain to you why the situation is, and you're just like you're freaking out like a little
All right.
tit, man.
No, I'm sorry to
Relax.
interrupt you, you freaking piece of crap.
Yeah.
Go
Oh,
on.
now I'm a piece of crap.
Oh. Sorry, I was just throwing that in there.
All right, what were you gonna say, Chris?
I was gonna say that when Tiffany was asking, she did it tentatively. She didn't, she
did.
doesn't want to ruin a relationship. Everybody in this town has approached Johnny Bell about being on his show.
Exactly.
I emailed him. He never even answered me. So, and we've worked together. He knows who I am. That's what I'm saying. She went in tentatively, so she didn't want to bum rush him with, "Hey, I got my boys with me." You know, she didn't want to come off like that. I'm sorry, dude.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
I
so-
didn't feel like I was at the point where I can invite more than just the headliner.
Right.
Like I just felt like I know Johnny and I've talked to Johnny and stuff, but I just felt like everyone's bothering him probably all the time for this, so I just wanted to approach him and be like, it's okay if you can't, it's all right. And then I just offered like a small little like offering. I didn't want anything.
Wow.
big.
What the hell are you talking about? Were you at the Temple of the Mouse God or something? I was tentative and offered a small piece of cheese. Come on.
Well, that's how
you could
start.
throw my name in there.
Well, we'll talk
I don't
about
mind if
you
they
on
said
the
no.
air.
That's one thing, but you wouldn't even have the
No.
courtesy to ask.
No,
You
I
guys
didn't
are on
have-
Facebook. Don't you think he knows that you're around? Don't you? Why didn't you call Johnny and say, "Hey, how come you didn't invite me on the show? Why don't you try that?"
I hope he gets upset that you didn't bring me because I'm the only funny one on the radio.
If he does,
I'm the only one with quips. You're just gonna sit there and talk about how hard it is to be a comic,
killed
and
on Dave
Tiffany's gonna say,
Weingartner's
"I don't like ketchup."
No, we killed on Dave Weingartner's
Yeah.
show.
Oh, another thing. Yeah. See, that's where it's becoming a pattern. There's two things I wasn't invited on.
All right, we did another podcast called the Fright Near Podcast with a group of comics, another comedy collective here in town that we haven't been working with, and I got a chance to work with the guy. He opened for me when I did a show, and he invited me on the podcast. He invited me on the podcast. He didn't invite Double Special on the podcast.
Right.
He invited me on the podcast to talk about my
And
website.
Tiffany.
And, well,
Because
Tiffany,
I do martial arts.
right,
Uh-huh.
and I don't
Yeah.
watch martial arts.
No, I'm just saying it's cool. It's a
Oh,
pattern.
Jesus.
Look,
Wait, Jordan, I have insider information with this situation. Reality, this is what Chris told me. Chris told me that actually it was just him. And then Tiffany kind of like pushed her way in with the martial arts thing.
I did
he
say
really
that.
wanted it just to be about him and not have anybody go with him.
Wait, I think.
so
hold
don't
on.
feel bad.
I think
Oh, okay.
Petchrachelli's wait. I think Petchrachelli's right where he needs to be. That's what it sounded like to me.
I think I know what's going on here, Jordan. Chris is making out, oh, it's for the good of the show, the good of this, and I couldn't do this show without you, but he's getting himself out there more
Yeah.
and more.
Oh, I know.
As soon as something bigger comes along and picks him up, you'll be gone.
I know.
You'll be gone in the wind.
That
I'm
is
making
not-
plans already, dude.
That it's don't say that. to me.
I'm knitting a rope ladder.
it's not our fault that you're
Out of
not
the-
going on the stand-up shows with us. You should come out and do the stand-up shows. You're the one who's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. If you came out to stand-up comedy shows with us, guess what? You would be one of the players.
Oh, the one
in
at the
our thing.
Improv that I didn't even know you guys were going to?
What
What
one at the
one?
Improv?
I
That's
didn't
isn't
go
that
to-
where you met Dave Wingard? No, where were you
No,
working?
the
at?
bonkers
I was working.
one,
I
and
was
you
doing
were
a gig,
here,
yeah.
and we invited you.
Yeah, you could have taken the drive
We
with us.
invite you to all the stand-up
that
comedy
was the
shows,
Ocala
True,
show.
we do.
and you don't go. I bet you would have been on David.
Oh, I'm not
Weingartner's
driving
thing.
freaking to Ocala.
Well, exactly. So
For
shut
that?
the hell up.
That's what we
Jordan?
did. We drove to Ocala to
You
hook up
drove
for
to
that.
Ocala to do a damn
Yeah,
show, and then
the
while you were
main
there,
Network.
you had a chance to promote Double Special, but you promoted yourself instead.
We promoted both, by the way.
Yeah, we
What was
did.
the percentages?
What? 50-50, baby. I gave him a card. I don't have a card.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Jordan, I would never leave you behind, and I would always include you in any extracurricular thing I did that
Good.
had to
And
do
you
with
can
Double
piggyback
Special.
around. I'm just saying that if I put myself out there as a stand-up, which is a little bit easier to do than putting a webcast or a podcast out there, that if I start to get some recognition, get some exposure, so will the podcast.
I agree.
want to continue doing the podcast.
And that's
but
why I'm helping you.
most podcasts that are popular have a stand-up comic behind them, the comedy podcast, that have some recognition. That's all. Why is that so bad?
I just want to go on the damn radio show.
Oh, for
Why
God.
is that so bad?
I just want an ice
Why
cream
can't
daddy.
you understand I'm
Why can't I
disappointed?
have an ice cream daddy?
I feel a little betrayed. Why can't I have that?
I want to sit in
Why
the front
can't you
seat with
accept
you,
that?
Daddy.
No, instead you just accuse me of being childish and a pansy. Wow, you don't have any respect for true emotions, valid emotions.
I don't agree.
Wow.
I think they're over.
You just keep
Yeah.
throwing
I
out
think you're
justifications and crap. But no, the truth is, you didn't mention my name either time.
You're right. I didn't. No,
Yeah.
that's not true.
You
No,
probably
we
didn't mention
talked
me on
about
Dave
Jordan.
Weingarten.
We did.
I talk
you-
about you all the time.
Yeah, we brought
Yeah,
you up.
Whatever.
And we'll bring you up when we talk about the thing.
Prove it.
on-
I'm not going to listen to
Everything
it.
Jordan's done for you as well, Chris.
What's
You
that?
know.
What has he
After
done?
everything Jordan's done for you, and this is how you're going to treat him.
Name one of those things. What has he
Yeah.
done for me?
Babysat your
Saved your
child.
life with the e-cigarettes for one.
No.
Saved your life.
I tried. He still smokes. I gave him that.
He
He's
gave
never
him-
paid for any of that stuff. Well,
That's
he paid for
ridiculous.
the tank,
I
but
pay for the stuff.
not the battery
Gave you
though.
The gift of life.
Look, don't get all
Okay.
vapey douchey on me now.
we
Stop
all
it.
like Jordan. He's just insecure.
Well, I know what will
Well, I
make
would
it better.
be Too. Bloody hell, you're going to give a pool
Yeah.
a complex.
Yeah,
That's
I have a right to be insecure the way you treat me.
things happen
Oh.
spontaneously when you're networking, and you can't always bring everybody with you. It's
can't.
tough, dude. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah, like
You
Chris
can't.
Yeah,
would
but you
have
could
not.
sometimes bring one person with you that happens to be Jordan, just sometimes.
We do. Jordan has been there. Jordan has done stuff with me.
And
I've
Tiffany
included him in many things that I've done.
And Tiffany contacting Johnny Bell was not spontaneous. It was a calculated maneuver, and
On
I was
her part.
calculatedly left out.
I thought of it that morning, and I messaged him that morning, and yeah.
Well, from now on, you should text
And-
Jordan and say, should I mention you or not?
No. I did push my way into the David Weingartner thing. No, I didn't. I just told him I did martial arts, and he invited me, but it would have just been Chris. So, like, if I
Yeah.
didn't go and Chris didn't say,
Initially,
oh, can
he
I
just
bring
invited
Tiffany?
me.
You guys,
And
could
when
ch-
he said, he didn't say, if he had said to promote your podcast, I'd be like, yeah, the guys would love to come over. Miguel invited us. We all three are invited to go on his podcast. You're more than welcome
Actually,
to do
all
that.
four
Oh,
of us
yeah.
are invited.
Four, yes, all four of us.
Yeah,
oh,
Crystal.
and that's
now
why we never
Crystal's
go,
like,
because I can come.
Christ. You see, dude, this is like having kids. You can't do anything by yourself. You got to load up the car and get all their stuff and bring them all with you.
I know what
Sounds
will
more
make
like
it
you've
better.
got 2 kids and you're doing everything with your daughter. Come on, Tiffany, let's go to Disneyland. Jordan, you stay here and play in the bath with a
Look,
toaster.
the
Yeah.
dynamic here has changed in that Tiffany is starting to do more stand-up. She's interested in stand-up. She appreciates how I do stand-up, and she wants to come along and watch me work. And she's given me great tips and is really helping me like develop material. At the same time, doing her stand-up. I think it's a nice dichotomy that her style versus my style in one show is nice. It's a good way to put on a show. You don't want 2 of the same type of guys on a show. You want different styles of comedy. And a girl comedian is even better. So that's why we have that connection. I can't help that if you feel threatened by that, but it just happened organically.
No, I'm feeling left out.
Oh, for God.
Well,
then
because
start
we're doing a
stand-up.
show.
Start doing
do
stand-up then.
stand-up comedy.
I'm doing the show with you guys, and you're cutting me out of it.
Well, no, you're in the show right now. You're sitting here in front of me. Do stand-up comedy.
Do
For
stand-up.
how long will he be sat there? For
Well,
how long?
I could never. You're certainly not helping.
I've offered, man.
Yes, Crystal.
I moved to Liverpool, do a show at Gav, get some of that sweet NHS.
Yeah, they love Americans over there when they try to be funny. Go.
Jordan,
Doug Stanhope.
Jordan, I know how to make it better. When they go on Johnny Bell's show, come over here. We'll listen to it, and I will get
Call
you.
in.
I'll get you Chinese from your. I'll get you frog legs from your favorite Chinese restaurant.
oh, what a hipster food.
Shut up, Tiffany.
Frog legs.
You said you like the
Does
frog.
this Johnny Bell person have Skype? Because I will call in and ruin it for you, Chris.
Don't, please
Yes.
don't.
You're gonna do this to Jordan. I'm gonna call in and be like, "Hey, Chris, why don't you tell everyone about the time you fucked your best friend?"
All right. Well, first of all, it's not a podcast; it's an actual FM radio station. So they would dump you. You wouldn't be able to curse on there because
Doesn't
that's
matter. Damage done.
screen
and
callers.
it's they screen callers and it's an actual radio.
I'll just put on a really thick English accent. You know you Americans are like, oh, Hugh Grant's on the phone. I'm like, yes, hello, it's Roger Moore here. They're like, oh, this is excellent. Then they'll put me through and I'm like, you're eating my rose again. Chris, stop fucking your best mate.
I would actually love to hear that. That would be very funny. No, he's on The Bone. It's 1025thebone.com, and it's Johnny Bell. We're going to be on the
Rewind
the Daily
show.
Rewind show where they do an after show after the main shows.
102.5 the
Yep,
Bone.
The Bone.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
I'll email you the information on Facebook.
Yeah,
message
yeah,
it to you.
do.
No.
Send you all the contact
I'd be
info.
shocked
I'll
if he
send
gets
it
past the screener. I'd be shocked.
And you
Why
can't
would I
Skype.
not get past a screener?
I
What is
know.
wrong with me? I'm not cancerous.
No,
Toxic.
if they think that you're trolling them, dude. If you think they're aware of trolls, they know how it works.
He's calling from England. He gets past the screener. I guarantee it.
All right, okay, I'd
Yeah.
like to hear it.
Don't do anything bad.
Do it. I won't be listening if I'm
How
not
is
on
that?
it.
Look, how would
But
that
do it
hurt us?
anyway.
If he
Just tell
calls
me
in
about
from
it.
England and says something ridiculous, how is that going to
Yeah,
affect
that's
us? I can't
true.
control what somebody does in another country if they want to call in.
Oh, prove them wrong, dude.
Oh, for God's sakes!
I'm gonna get a load of audio of you saying stuff and play it down the mic. Really incriminating stuff as well.
Right on. All right. Well, listen, Jordan is not going anywhere for now, and we're going to try to include you in more stuff. It's just as it comes up, we'll have to figure out where.
Yeah,
Look, I'm
no,
sure
it's
Crystal
whatever.
wants to go to a lot of stuff. She feels left out. She can't always come with us, Jordan. Do you ever think about that when you come and we do stuff and she doesn't get to come?
Well, I'm not an on-air personality, so I shouldn't really go to a lot of stuff.
Did you just say
anyways.
that on the air just now? I think you just said that on the air, didn't
Well,
you?
no, I mean like you guys are on camera. You guys are more like on like
Yeah.
personality people's.
Why does I have to care about somebody else when my feelings are the ones getting hurt?
You're right.
Yeah, leave Jordan
You know what it's
alone.
like, Chris?
Come on.
Yes, sir.
It's like you're a pimp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany's your bottom bitch, your favourite, and Jordan's just your little sugar thing on the side that you keep promising the world to, but then, you beat him down with a stick and take the bottom bitch out instead.
Well, listen.
That's what's going on here. I've seen Taxi Driver, Harvey Keitel.
Nice.
And it only ends one way.
You call me, what was his name, Scooter? What was the guy's name?
I can't remember. It's been years since I've seen it.
Oh, my God. I watched it the other day, but I can't remember what the hell his name was. No, Jordan is just it's a different sort. And listen, Jordan doesn't like going out and socializing and talk to people. So that's why I don't really bother him with the stuff.
fault.
Because
This isn't socializing. You already did that part. Now I get to go on and be the entertaining one.
okay.
Yeah.
It's your fault. You did it to yourself.
All right. All right. Well, listen.
You did it to me. That's
did
the
not.
truth. Yeah. No, you did.
Hey,
You
I
literally
have social
contacted-
problems. Do you really think I'm gonna have the social ability to invite more than one person onto a show?
Yeah.
It's about the headliner. So I just
Good
thought of
point.
the headliner. The only reason that I'm going is because I'm friends with Johnny Bell.
Okay, we've been over this already.
I
How
know.
many times
God.
did she say it's not
She-
going to
she's
work?
got-
He doesn't care.
She keeps defending herself with the same line,
I
and I've
know.
already blown it over.
You
Look.
haven't blown it over.
Freaking
Freaking,
No.
it's your
valid-
Maginot
it's a valid
line, and I
point.
went around.
No, you
I
did
think
not.
With my
we should
Nazi
take a
cows.
vote on this thing.
What was that?
We should take a vote. Everyone put your hands up and say if you think Chris and Tiffany are right. How many hands are up? Because I can't see.
Chris and
Two.
Tiffany's.
I know everyone put your hands up if you think Jordan's right, and my hand is up.
Wow, that's 4-2.
How
to two.
is Jordan right at all?
I agree with both sides. I see where Jordan is coming from. But here's the thing.
You put your hand up.
I certainly did.
I
I
know.
certainly did. I see where Jordan's coming from. Here's the thing. Can't do diddly squat about it. There's
Yep.
nothing we can do about it. You can piss and hem and haw and try to sabotage it if you want, which will only sabotage us as a group. Or you can just move on, and when the next thing comes, we'll try to get you
Right.
See,
involved.
Petchrachelli, the only thing wrong with your prostitution metaphor is you got the bottom bitch wrong. It's Chris.
Well,
Here's the thing too on the Johnny Bell show, because he's got Maurice John. There's two hosts on that show. All right? This isn't happening. What's happening now with us will not happen on that show.
yeah, I don't plan on talking.
Yeah, I don't know that either of us will get a word in. We have a friend who's been on Maurice's show like 4 times. The guy said like 8 words in 4 hours. He barely gets a word in. He's there, kind of. So I don't even know if it'll be like a 4-second thing where we're like, hey, when's the show? Oh, it's at the Improv. Da 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 da. Boom. We're not gonna. It's not like
You
we're
know
gonna be
what?
cracking wise with them. It doesn't work that way.
Why not?
Because it doesn't
See?
work that way.
Hey, but if I'm there,
Then you would
Yeah.
take over the show, and we would never be invited back on
Exactly.
his
I
airwaves
wouldn't take
again.
over the show.
If that's what
Yeah,
you're trying, if
you
you're trying to
would.
muscle your way over them.
No, but I can say 10 words, and it'll be broken up into 2 phrases, and they will both be funny and get a laugh.
Right.
I will make the best impression.
Really? Was that what happened during the double special audition in front of the Bone people when Johnny Bell got the gig from us? Did you throw your little words in then? No,
No,
you
it's
didn't.
because me and Tiffany were plotting to murder him, and we didn't go through with it.
You faltered. You fell apart.
Once again, Tiffany backed out, screwed us all.
No, I just said who I thought was gonna win, and that we should probably kill them before we went up.
Yeah, that's
all.
exactly what he just said.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
told
but
me it
not
was fixed because
specifically-
Johnny Bell was there.
I had hoped that Johnny Bell would win if we did not.
We've kept Petchrachelli. I think it's like 4 in the morning there.
Yeah.
We kept him up all night. Although I'm sure it's been exhilarating. Have you had how many orgasms have you had so far?
I'm on me 6. Me zip is really oiled.
Dang, dude.
Brill Cream has.
I
many
don't
uses.
need any more real cream now.
He's moonlighting for the British Navy.
All right, brother. Well, we'll see how this works out. If you want to check out the Frightened Ear podcast, it's called the Frightened Ear podcast. It's on. Is he on Spreaker? Did you say? Or he's on iTunes. I know
It's
he's
on
iTunes.
Spreaker.
We'll throw up. I threw up the link on my page, so it's up there if you want to check it out. Listen to us on that, and tell us how we did. All
yeah,
right.
it's on Chris's page because I wasn't
It's on
involved at
mine,
all.
too.
No, you weren't involved.
You don't ever have anything on your page.
That's
I don't
right.
have a page.
You have 95 friends on Facebook.
So what?
How are you supposed
That's
to
like
promote
3
stuff?
times as many as me, and I keep losing.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be
He's
promoting
supposed
stuff.
to promote. I have almost 5,000 friends, Jordan. You have some catching up to do.
He doesn't even have anything on his wall at all. He will not promote.
No, he
stuff.
wants to do all the fun stuff, but none of the other stuff.
Yeah, you
That's
have to
really what it
promote.
comes down to. You want to do the fun stuff,
Because
but you
he's
don't
the
do.
talent.
Oh, I'm the talent, for
I'm
God's
the
sake.
talent.
I'm busting
Oh
my ass
my
on the stage.
God.
I'm busting my ass on the stage doing stand up, trying to tell everybody passing out stupid double special cards.
I'm showing
Where are you?
I'm showing the poster I made, by the way. That was some of the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Working on that.
Yeah.
We're all the
That's a
talent.
great poster,
But
Jordan.
Chris is the main talent, and that's why we have to support him
It's
and
not.
help him
Look
be
on
famous.
the show. We're all equals on the show. I don't want. There's no one
Yeah.
over the
But
other.
in
all of
stand-up,
us are
you're the
equals.
king of
Well, I
us.
do. Well, he doesn't do stand up, so that's not quite
Yeah,
fair. You can't.
Jesus.
I mean, All right, and I'm sure there are plenty of other people that
Maybe
are funny.
he had someone supporting him.
What?
Jordan,
Oh, I can't-
no.
this
I'm
feeds right
already
to-
busy supporting Chris.
Jordan's gonna.
Oh, wow.
Jordan's gonna.
And obviously
Chris
not
will
the show.
support Jordan.
I always support Jordan. I'm his biggest supporter.
How
Yeah.
did I not support the show? I got us on the bone. Shut up.
You got you and Chris on the bone.
Yeah, but for the show.
And you said you're promoting Chris. So you're promoting Chris on the bone.
She's promoting. I
The
don't,
show.
Not again. Not again.
Oh my god!
Stop. Not again.
You are ridiculous.
Call this show the Bone. That's what we're gonna call it.
I'm allowed to bring this up and be bitter about it.
All right, Petchrachelli, I'm going to let you go. We're going to wrap this show up. Thanks for calling in, stirring up the pot. I hope your new year goes good, and hopefully we'll hear from you. You're doing more Shipwrecked? Are you done with that, or are you still doing it?
Yeah, we will be. Brad's got a festival coming up, so he's writing for that.
Nice.
So
Right on. All right, brother.
we're all busy, to be honest with you. But yeah, there'll be something coming up.
Right on. All right, man. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for talking to us. I guess we'll talk to you next time.
Yep.
All right, there he goes. Petchrachelli, run
All right.
Ah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Bye.
3 pizzas and 6 orgasms later. That was Petchrachelli, live from Marysport.
He was on for an hour. That's crazy.
All right, you're listening to Double Special. I didn't say that at all for the last hour because it was very engaging arguing. We got about 15 minutes left. The phone number is 727-475-6139. Bull did not call in. He was supposed to call in. If you want to check out his stand-up, I think is it the same old Bull or Jesus Christ?
It's all right.
Bull. Is it
This is
Bill?
why you're not going
what's
on
his
the
website?
bone.
OC? Yeah, right?
They probably got better mic stands.
I don't know what Bull's thing is.
All right, check him out. He's going to be featuring his
wow.
snappers this
Good.
weekend. A very funny guy, a friend of the show. He's going to come on in the next couple of weeks to hang out with us and do that. Also, finally on the show, hopefully this will happen, Laszlo has agreed to come on the show. Laszlo, one of Jordan's
Agreed. He's come on before. I just chased him off.
no, he come on the phone. I'm talking actually in the studio.
No,
He'll
he's
come
been
in
in
and
the
say-
studio, I believe.
I don't think he has.
No.
I don't think he
Are you
ever has.
sure? I thought I
Yeah.
remembered him having a Batman shirt
No,
on.
no. He always has the Batman shirt on. That's
But
fine.
I thought he was in the studio.
No.
Are you
I
sure?
don't-
Maybe
I'm
in the
pretty sure.
Talkwad studios
Maybe.
once.
Yeah.
Not
I think
here,
in
though.
the old studio.
So
Yeah,
he-
not here.
So he'll be coming on, and I think the same night we'll have Jimmy Schubert on, and he will call in from wherever the hell he's at. He's on the road doing Last Comic Standing tour, doing all the improvs. A very funny guy. We'll talk to him a little bit about that tour and what's going on with him. And what else? I don't know. Oh, yes, I want to make this announcement. If you're listening, it's Friday night. You're on IRN. That's IRNbroadcast.com. We want to thank you for continuing to broadcast the show. We had another network that we were on. Unfortunately, we ceased to work with that network. We're not broadcasting on the show anymore. Gear Radio, we were on that network, JT Almighty One or whatever you're calling yourself. We want to thank you for your support of our show for the time that we were on your network. Unfortunately, Crystal decided no more. No, she didn't. It was a group.
She wrote
Wow.
the coldest message in the
Yeah, no,
It was not
listen,
that bad.
All right, listen, Gear Radio is going in a little bit different direction on how he wants to run things. We're doing our own thing. We're trying to kind of connect these two brands, the stand-up and thing. I don't want to be involved with that anymore. IRN is fine the way it is, so we're just not going on there. Maybe we'll be back on in the future. I don't know what's going to happen, but for now, we're not on there. So if you're looking for the show Saturday mornings, we're not going to be on there. But, look, good luck to you, buddy, and good luck in future endeavors. What was that, Jordan? What was that?
Oh, nothing.
What? Jesus Christ.
You're talking to people on Gear Radio who can't hear us.
I'm talking about anybody that might be listening to the show.
Okay, no, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
None of Gear Radio people ever listen to us anyways,
That-
probably.
Well, you don't know that, and that's not nice to say.
But anyway, we want to inform you that effective immediately, Double Special revokes any verbal or written permission to replay the Double Special show on Gear Radio. This is legal stuff. Please immediately remove all logos and media that represents Double Special on Gear's website and all social media that Gear or yourself represents. We wish you the best of luck with your future station. The future station. He's got the station now. Present station. But at this time, we feel that our show is
Wow.
no longer a good fit with your network.
Did you even proofread that?
No.
We wish
I
you,
wrote it out of sheer anger.
We wish you the best of luck with your future station
Yeah.
in the future at your station. Wow.
Well,
dude.
Yeah, I just skimmed over it when I read it. I didn't even realize all these.
Oh, there's where you wrote best regards. That's where you thought you were being sweet.
I would, yeah, best
She's
Wasn't
like,
that
it wasn't
sweet?
cold.
And I said that we wish him the best of luck, or good luck, or something.
All right.
You
So
know?
it's like sad to leave that, but listen, we're not connected with that anymore. He's doing some other stuff. than that we're not involved. But I appreciate him, like, again, supporting the show and doing events and whatever he's doing.
We should post that on our Facebook page.
What?
No.
The letter.
Stop.
No, I'm not posting that letter.
That'd be
No,
hilarious.
no,
Crystal, do that.
No, do not post that publicly.
Crystal
please.
supports me.
No, come on, don't.
Support Jordan
Look, he
always.
wanted me to take down the picture of you and him off of our website, which is I love the
Oh.
picture, but he's
That's
worried about his
understandable.
image because
Oh, I'd love it if you took that picture down. I hate
It's
looking
on
at
double
it.
special, right?
It's
It's
our
on
property.
Twitter.
We took it.
Oh yeah, on Twitter. Yeah, just
Yeah.
take it off.
Change it.
Change it.
I like the picture.
I'll change it,
Yeah,
but it's
Crystal,
our
change it.
property. We own it.
Yeah, we
It's
took
our
it,
property.
right?
Yeah, we took it. It's
Yeah.
our property.
Yeah,
can still
it
do
was on my.
And you know what? He said it.
camera.
He said it like I want you to take down the picture because it makes me look, not like he said the R word. I'm not gonna say it. 'Cause I don't
Like
want to
he's
offend
a Down
anybody.
syndrome kid.
Right.
He made that face.
But he made it seem like we're the ones that made him look like that. I'm like, dude, you're the one that made the face when we took the
Yeah.
picture. That's why
Right.
we took the picture.
We can't help the way he looks.
He's like, I'm worried about my image. What do you mean your image? That's you.
His
That's
image?
exactly. Well,
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
well, I know because he was making a silly face. I'm like, dude, you're making a silly face and you're having fun. What? You don't
Right.
like that? You don't want that image?
It's not like we photoshopped it.
Yeah,
Like
sorry.
that was
Your
his
image.
face that he
Yeah.
made.
He's
Sorry, Tom.
widely disliked and the subject of serious allegations, which we won't go into.
Oh man, well this show is flown by. We got 10 minutes left. We didn't get to any of the stuff. Let me go through a couple of quick stand-up dates we got lined up. If you want to check out some live stand-up, let's see. We got the Tampa Improv Show that will be February 18th. Hopefully we'll stick with that.
Hopefully I'll be there.
Hopefully you'll be
We
there.
don't know.
You'll be there.
It
dude.
might be retitled The Loose Cannon Show. We'll see what
Shut up.
happens when
Shut
Laz comes
up.
on.
No, it's always the double special show, even if Laszlo was there.
Yep.
And we're not going to have a show that night then, are we?
Nope, we're not.
Live show. So
That's fine. Snappers Comedy Club. I'll be there on January 18th with Daryl Rhodes. That should be a great show. I'm featuring for him. And then Finley's on January 31st. That's a nice little Irish pub with kick-ass tater tots. I'll be there headlining, and my feature will be Tiffany Barbee if you want to check
I'm
out
going to be
Tiffany's
at
show.
the Snapper shows too. It's the 16th and 17th.
Is it? Okay, I just put 18th up there. I wasn't
That's
sure
right.
about the date.
So yeah, if you're going to be in Florida during any of those dates and you're not going to be wearing a T-shirt advertising your drugs for sale or rolling around naked on dog beds in a CVS, stop on by the comedy show.
I love this date. I want you to pull up the song, but don't start yet. And then when I cue you, can start it up, and we'll have a nice rollout when we finish this. When we
Okay.
finish the thing, because we
All
didn't
right,
use it for
Mr.
a
Tech
break.
Director.
I'm just if I don't tell you, you won't do it. That's what I'm saying. I'll start to stop, and
No.
and you won't stop.
But now you'll just go on and on about it and make it really awkward.
For Christ's sakes. If you want to check out my website, it's gorgescomedy.com. Check it out. Send me a message. If you have a club and you would like to book me, I will come to your club. You can book me. I'll come do a show. And we'll do that. Are you excited about the featuring stuff? Are you ready to do it?
Yeah, it's
I think
gonna be
Jordan's
really
like
good.
judging you on the whole thing. I don't think he feels that you're ready to feature.
That's nothing to do with it.
I'm just saying.
That has not. Why are you creating drama where none exists? That's crappy, dude. Why would you even do that?
Well, I'm definitely new to featuring.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a good year to develop my feature set and stuff and get it going. But I feel like I do have enough time. I just got to get comfortable with being on. So thank you
agree.
for
Yeah.
helping me
I know.
get that.
If you can even
experience.
get half as good a featuring as you are at backstabbing your friends, you're gonna go far.
I just wish that we could leave this show with you
Am I
you
allowed to kill
realizing
him?
the bigger picture here of what we're trying to do. I
Yeah.
just want you to realize the bigger picture and take yourself
Yeah,
out
the
of it for
bigger
just a
picture.
moment.
I can see the bigger picture because I got cut out of it. I'm on the
No,
outside looking
This
in
is-
now.
This is the bigger
not true
picture.
at
I
all.
imagine Chris like flowing the air and you're holding onto his coattail.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
wow.
no, I would not say
Like
that.
I imagine you're in
No.
the picture.
Listen, I'm no big deal, okay? I'm
you're
trying
going to
I'm-
be.
but I'm saying, look, locally, I'm one of the better comics, and I'm one of the more well known, and that's why we have a lot of people that we have on the show and everything because of the connections that I have in stand-up.
Yeah.
You know a lot of people too, but let's be honest, I'm out there working, and so
Right.
that we're making these connections.
Yeah, I'm
well,
just thinking like
I
this show is probably like ultimately a more lucrative proposition than going out and being a road comic and making
No.
$600 a week minus
But
travel
you're wrong,
expenses.
though. You're
But-
completely wrong about that. Unless you know some secret magic way to make this podcast make money in the next 6 months, it's not going to happen. I have to
Well-
start making money right now. So
Yeah.
we've had 3 years to do this, and I'm not dogging you. I'm just saying
Yeah, no, I understand.
it's not. You,
But I'm just okay. So it's
And-
like the beginning and the end.
no, that's not it at all.
Oh.
It's the beginning of me marketing myself so that the podcast and I can go together as a unit. It's a brand, the whole brand. Chris Gorges, double special. It's all together. It's all rolled up into one,
That's
dude.
cool.
Right. And if you remember, when I first started doing the show, I helped promote the show a lot. You
She did.
guys didn't have Brad and Petra and all those Twitter people until I got Crystal and I started
Okay.
blowing up the Twitter. I'm just saying, I've helped.
I'm not here to point fingers at you did this. I'm just
I
saying.
did.
I'm just
Look at
saying,
the
like,
bigger
that's
picture.
awesome. You guys have done a lot. That's fine. And now you're ready to move on.
No, No. If Chris becomes more popular, his following will want to know more about him,
And they'll
will
want
wanna
to listen to the show. And they'll get involved
Just
in the
like
show.
Adam Carolla, the reason.
As of right now, we're in Florida. Nobody knows who we are. They definitely know who you are at all. You've got no web
you have
presence,
95
really.
friends.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
need to
There's
get a
no web presence.
presence.
It makes a big difference. You keep shirking, but we went through this with the hooligans. You guys thought the hooligans were going to go on the road, make all this money. It doesn't work that way. You have to have a presence before you can do that and ask people for money for your show. Nobody's going to give a double special ad revenue if they don't know who the hell they are. There's nobody attached to the show that nobody knows who it is. They're not going to do it.
Okay, so like instead of, so I'm not good at social media, but hey, the thing that I am good at, which is like going on the air and being funny into a microphone with you guys in a radio setting.
That's why
I'm
we do
not
it every
invited.
week. No, that's why we do it every week
Yeah,
here.
but
That setting is not your show. That's their show.
Okay.
You can't go in there and start popping off, and you can't invite yourself. If
You
they
think I wouldn't behave? Are you honestly saying that I couldn't
You
behave
have to
myself
go to
on the air?
places and network. You can't just stay in here and hope magic happens that you're going to get networking situations.
Wow.
There's some truth to that, dude.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, if you're saying that your efforts should only benefit you, then that's
No,
fine. Then
it's
I know
gonna
where I
help all
stand.
of
Okay,
us.
again, hold on, wait again. My efforts don't benefit me. They benefit all three of us.
Yes.
That's the point that you're missing.
And
When I
Tiffany's
do that-
efforts benefit the two of you.
No, dude, she's done so much for this show. Are you kidding me right now?
You cut me out of the damn radio show.
Oh, piss off. What the hell are you
That's what it's
talking
about.
shit
It's
Jordan
about
just wants to
one
be
isolated
present.
incident. Yeah, I
Go
just like to be
dollar
a
store,
part of that.
Get
He
some
doesn't
new
even
It's a
care
very
about a
exciting thing.
It's not going to happen this
Sorry,
time.
dude.
It's not going to
It's
happen.
like
Maybe next
Petchrachelli
time.
said, man. It's like you took one daughter with you to Disney World and you left the other one at home.
That's
Yeah.
the one that got
Okay,
the
wait.
And you
Stop.
said, but hey, this is
Stop.
about the
Wait, stop.
family.
Stop.
This is about bringing the family together by me taking Tiffany to Disney World and you staying at home.
Wait a second.
It's for the better good.
Stop for a second. Let me just say this. I don't even know what the hell I was going to say now.
I'm the one that got the tickets to Disney World.
Is it
I
okay
really don't
if
think so.
Jordan sits in the parking lot?
I guess.
I'm not
I don't
doing
know
that.
why
Really?
you would do that.
Why would that make
How
it
is-
better?
That makes it even worse.
That's the most
there.
awful thing I could think
Be
of.
like he's in the car waiting. Can he come in?
You could call in from your cell phone and be like, "Yeah, I'm down in the car," because they wouldn't invite you in the
Here's what I was
studio.
going to say. This time it's not going to happen. So how do we move forward to where you're not being a pussy about everything that we do from here on out? Because I'm telling you right now, dude,
you
it's
won't.
important. This is
It's going
important
to be
that
a
we do
lingering
this.
infection. Deal with it.
All right, fine.
I'm sure we'll talk about this on his thing. We'll bring up Jordan, and then we'll say he wish he could
Maybe.
be here, and maybe next time.
Or maybe we'll get 30 seconds to say,
True.
hey, we have a show at Tampa on Wednesday. Maybe you go there and none of us talk. Maybe you don't even get on the
we
air,
don't even
dude.
know what
Wow.
it's like. We don't even know what it's like.
You've listened to other comics on there. They don't get to say anything.
I've listened to national headliners. They get to say a lot. We are not those people. No,
What
we
about
don't get
when
to say a
when
lot.
Jim Gray went on there? He didn't
Nothing.
get to talk.
He barely talked
Oh,
at
yeah,
all.
He barely talked. I
Maybe.
heard that one.
He barely
barely
had
talked.
2 words to say. No, there were 2 hosts. I'm telling you, it's not just one guy. There's like 5 people in the room, excluding us.
Maybe.
They got 2 interns. They got another co-host.
Well, then he couldn't handle the group dynamics. I can already. I've got training with you two.
Maybe because I'm a girl, they'll talk to us a little bit more.
That's what I'm hoping, and I'm fine with that. I will not say anything. If they want to talk to you, I'll let you pump up the show, whatever.
If anything, I'd be better because I'm not a stand-up. I'm not used to having the mic to myself.
What you need, okay, before we
I
leave,
know how to talk in a group.
Before we leave, you need to move past that and focus on the goddamn show that we're doing. You need to help me make sure that the opening is strong and that whatever we do after the stand-up is strong. Because if it isn't, I'm telling you right now, we're not going to get invited back. So that's what you need to focus on.
I've
If
already
that's
had
your
good
show-
ideas, didn't I?
No, your ideas were not good. The first
You-
idea was not good. You wanted to argue. You wanted to cut into our. You wanted
Yeah.
to have us do our stand-up sets and then interrupt us during
Which
the stand-up
I
sets.
then modified down into you guys having mics available while I'm hosting, which I think makes great sense.
I don't know.
so you can talk to me while I'm up there.
I don't know
like
that I
it.
agree with that
I
either.
don't
Why
like
not?
it.
Because
No.
you're messing up the flow of a show. You're the MC. You should be able to
They
hang
want
on your
something different. The flow has to be different if they want something different.
How about you do something different? Why do we have to come in and help you? Why don't you do it? Why don't you come up? I come up with a 45-minute set. She's come up with a 20-minute set, and then we're doing improv. Why don't you think of something creative in the beginning that you can do as an artist?
I'll do some interpretive dance.
I'm okay
yes,
with what.
that's-
as
No,
long
you
as
would not be okay
As
with
long
that.
I don't care. As long as it's good. I just
What
want
is
you to be
it?
creative.
I
and
had
good.
a great idea that would bring the flavor of our show to the improv so that we could connect it back to the podcast. Maybe people say, hey, I like this dynamic that these 3 people have,
All right.
and I want to hear more of that.
I'm telling you, that will not work in a stand-up club. It's not going to work.
Why not?
Because it's we're doing a webcast, and this is a different thing than what they want to see on stage. They don't want to see people argue like this on stage. That goes for about 30
They
seconds.
want to see somebody get up there and then his 2 friends make japes at his expense.
So he's saying he wants to heckle you.
No, he wants us to heckle him.
Or okay, well that could be fun. Heckling Jordan could be
It's
fun.
never fun.
It could
Well,
be.
The beginning of the show sets the mood for the show, and it can't be weird. Like, people will lose interest and start kind of like deciding I don't like the show.
No, you have no right to judge other people and what they would find weird or not.
She's
You-
been to
you're
plenty
not
of stand-up
barely
clubs. She
human.
knows how it works in a stand-up club, dude.
Yeah, and it's an old, tired, stale meta. And
No, it's
Bob
not.
Joyce wants something new, and I'm trying to bring something new, and you're like,
wants improv.
we gotta do a stand-up show with some improv on
When
the
he
end.
said
Yeah.
new, he meant improv. He wants improvisation.
If
doesn't
he
want
meant
just
improv,
stand-up.
he would have said improv. He said
did say
new.
improv.
Yeah, you were
He did.
there.
Did he
I
say
told you
new
that.
too?
No, he said I want to do something different
Well,
than
it's still
just straight.
different.
No, than straight stand-up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't listen to me, dude.
Well, so he shouldn't be straight stand-up then all the way through to
It's
the
not
end.
going to be straight stand-up. There's going to be some improvisation either
At the
before or
end.
after.
We'll be arguing about this for a couple weeks.
I think my
Holy
idea is good.
I
All
don't
right,
like
We're
it.
going to talk about it. In the meantime, roll us out. We're going to get out of here for God's sakes. I'm exhausted. I feel like I just went 8 rounds. Cassius Clay in the backyard, for Christ's sakes. We've come to the end of another double special, possibly the last one. Who knows? I don't know where this may go. I want to thank Petchrachelli for hanging on the line for an hour and talking to us. It was a lot of fun hearing from him again. Our producer, Crystal Hayes, thank you so much for everything that you do. I love you. JB Lee, you are the sun to my shine. Tiffany
What the
Barbee.
hell is that?
I don't know.
Tiffany Barbee's your favorite, and you just threw me and
I
Jordan
broke
away.
up a compound word and
Yeah.
assigned each of us one of the words. That's what I did. We'll be back next week on the 14th, and then next week on the show we'll have David Weingarten from the Cigar City Comedy group coming into the show.
I'm surprised you didn't say to Tiffany, you are the throw under to my bus.
The what? A what?
It's double special. We're out. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening.